Okay. Everyone who's new to streaming, you guys double tap that screen. Let some more people get in here. Gosh. Hello, kitty. All right. Double tap that screen, guys. Show some love and support. So we're gonna go over everything today. I mean, the title is exactly how it is. Erika Kirk or Candace and Erika Kirk go to war over truth. Who will win? It's gonna get greasy, guys. Uh, I truly think that at this point, this last interview that Candace Owens went over that Erika Kirk was in, definitely Erika Kirk looks a little evil. She looks like she's got some anger in her eyes, man. Um, we got 10 minutes till we hit our own algorithm, so I do want to let's go over Tyler Robinson has a court hearing yesterday. I want to go over that a little bit. He was smiling and all that. We'll just go over this one quick.
Accused Charlie Kirk assassin.
I didn't watch anything from yesterday's appearance in court. Good morning, Miss Hanson. God bless. Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, so it definitely looks like Erika Kirk is gonna go to war here soon with Candace when it comes to what the truth is. She definitely looks like she's getting mad. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. We'll go over this. Hope everybody's having a good day, man. God bless you guys. Yeah, so let's go over Tyler Robinson appearing yesterday. They are going to allow courtroom cameras, so that's awesome. Tyler Robinson, I'm sorry, but he just looks like that one guy off that movie who had like the deformed. Okay, I better stop. But the deformed face, you know what I'm saying? He's just like has this look to him, and yeah. Uh, but yeah, I hope you're having a good morning, Miss Hanson. Everybody else who's in here, God bless you guys. Double tap that screen. We'll get into Candace's stream and what's been going on. My whole thought process on it was like, okay, so like if Erika Kirk responds to Candace Owens, it's gonna be one of two things. It's either gonna be she gives a simple response, doesn't really seem all too bothered about what's going on because she wants the truth as well, or she's gonna give a response that makes it seem like she's against Candace and anyone who's going down any sort of quote unquote rabbit holes or anything like that. And the second one is what she did. And she wants everybody to believe the official narrative. And if you go against it, then you're just a terrible person. And yeah. So I just can't wait until the court hearings start, like the actual court proceedings start, right? The trial.
Tyler Robinson making his first in-person court appearance as the judge weighs a key decision over media access. This is the most significant step in the case so far, with a ruling on the...
Dude, he looks scrawny as hell, boy. How could you even like smile though, like in court? Like I would be like Stone Cold Jackson, bro.
matter expected at the end of the month. Robinson showing little emotion at the start, but was spotted smiling at one point during the hearing. Founder and president of American Frontier Strategies, Mehek Cook, joins me now. Mehek, yesterday was all about whether or not at trial the judge is going to allow cameras in the courtroom. My lawyerly instinct says the judge will allow it. But how truly open and transparent will this trial be? I'm talking, will we get motions redacted? Will we get in camera, which is in chamber court hearings, sort of hidden from the public? In the end, will we get the full picture, Mehek?
Todd, I think this judge is very firm. He's very measured. He's thoughtfully looking at this case, and the media will get access. There's going to be a balancing act between giving this defense.
Well, it looked like there was a military guy in the background. Candace would be pointing that out. Oh, there's military.
Will get access. There's going to be a balancing act between giving this defendant due process and the presumption of guilt, in addition to making sure the public and the media is able to have a seat at the table to actually watch this case unfold. The defense makes this argument in every single case that they have, that they don't want prejudicial evidence in there. They don't want the media access. And this is one of the most high-profile cases. But we have tried terrorists and we have tried mob bosses in America without shielding the American people. Erika, Kirk, and so many Americans have asked for the right to see this trial. And I think that the judge is actually going to allow it. But I do think that there's going to be parameters. Media is not going to be able to take pictures of Tyler Robinson in shackles. They're not going to be able to take pictures, for instance, of the defense's computers and some of the evidence laid out on the table. But I do think this judge will give access. And the media should be able to actually challenge some of these access questions. So this is an extremely important.
Where's Lance? Like, that's just, like, I still just cannot fathom and believe that, like, Lance is just gone and just disappeared off the face of the earth and no one knows where he is. Like, it's just crazy.
Eye-opening case. One thing that the judge is trying to do, though, is be thoughtful and careful, because we don't want this case reversed on reversible error, where we reopen this case, relitigate it, and millions of Americans, including Erika Kirk and her family, have to relive this. So I applaud this judge that he's being judicious and extremely thoughtful.
I agree with you 100%, Mehek. He's doing everything that he needs to be doing so far, because that threat of appeal is always there, and you want to avoid that at all costs. Meantime, another case, Brian Walsh back in court today for closing arguments as the defense rests without calling one single witness. Mehek, quickly, is that a strategy, or do they literally just not have any witnesses to support their position?
All right, well, I mean, I guess yesterday was just a hearing on if cameras can be in there. I didn't know you could just, I didn't know they were just going to have a hearing for just that.
All rise. For the state chief now secretary, the Honorable Tony F. Rapp Jr. presiding.
I mean, you'd think that more important things are at hand than having cameras in the fucking room, right? Like, where's Lance? Like, are your defense lawyers going to contact anybody that claims that they have credible evidence to anything, like the fact that that guy said they'd never seen any sort of hint that a rifle went off where he was supposedly laying?
Please be seated. Court is now in session. Counsel, if you could enter your appearances, please.
Your Honor, Christopher Ballard, Ryan McBride, Chad Grunander, and Lauren Hunt on behalf of the state.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Kathy Ness.
Guys, make sure you guys double tap that screen, get those likes up. I know I'm live a little bit early, but make sure you double tap that screen, guys. Get those. Let's try and hit 100 hours within the first hour, or 100 likes within the first hour of the stream.
Excuse me, Richard Novak, Stacy Visser on behalf of Mr. Robinson.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jeff Hunt and David Ryman appearing on behalf of the media interveners that are identified in our motion papers.
Good afternoon.
Michael Judd, Your Honor, Parsons, Bailey, and Latimer on behalf of another set of media interveners also identified in the briefs.
Good afternoon, and I recognize Mr. Robinson in the courtroom as well. Good afternoon. And for the benefit of the record, calling case 251-403-576, State of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Counsel, as we're moving forward today, I want to give an overview of what we anticipate doing. And it comes down, we're addressing three issues. The first...
Okay, we're not going to watch this whole hour, bro. We're just going to get into some of it. Let's turn on the playback speed a little bit.
Is the October 14th, 2025 audio recording of
Appreciate you guys for liking, man. God bless you guys.
closed hearing and the October 24th, 2025 transcript of that hearing. The second is a state's motion to amend or clarify the publicity order, commonly known or referred to as a gag order. And finally, the motion for limited intervention and request for notice of motions to close, seal, or reclassify, and which has been filed by the media organizations and by counsel who are present today. So as we begin, the first part is we'll begin by addressing the October 14th audio recording and the October 24th transcript. This portion of the hearing will be closed so that I may hear from the parties regarding which portions of the recording, the record should remain sealed. All members of the public and the press will be excused, and the hearing will not be broadcast. This is because I need to hear what should or should not be sealed or protected, and it would not benefit to have everyone listen to what should be sealed. And so after I've heard argument, we will invite all parties, or the public and the media, to come back in, and the hearing will resume transmission. We will then take up the motion for...
See, my whole thing, too, is like... First of all, double tap that screen, guys. But it's like... So... It's going to be very interesting to hear all the evidence in this trial. Like, it just is. And I'm going to be covering it a lot because it's like, I want to know what more evidence they have than just the fingerprint. Like, what? I think all they had was, what, a fingerprint that they released to the public. It was like fingerprints, the weird-ass text messages that we all know are pretty much doctored. I guess it's just going to be interesting because this whole thing is just weird. I don't know how it's going to play out, but this is just... The whole thing's weird.
Limited intervention, followed by the state's motion to amend or clarify the publicity order. These portions, the last two portions, will be open to the public and to the press. After hearing argument on all three...
I'm going to kind of just skip through it, guys, because this is like not one of, like, this first trial, or this first court hearing ain't really nothing too damning.
Matters. I will take a brief recess and then return to issue my rule.
With respect to this motion, I think as we've expressed in the past, everyone in this room shares the same goal, and that is to ensure that there's a fair trial that happens in this case. And
I mean, he just looks weird. Like, he has this expression on his face where it's like, he just looks weird. I'm sorry. Like, he looks like he's a MK Ultra. Yeah, I don't know.
Of the public, and it's certainly not, I think, as the state's motion suggests.
Did no family show up? I guess I didn't know that no family showed up.
Suggested some sort of a prior restraint on the press. This has nothing to do with the press.
Like, my whole thing is, if he's a patsy and he's like a person that like was just put up or put into this position because they wanted him to be the fall guy, to me it's like, how would we ever, like, I guess they wouldn't allow it. I don't know. It's just so weird how things like it, like all the conspiracy theories we think about and everything else. In all reality, if we want to think about who killed Charlie Kirk, we could go down any sort of conspiracy theory we want to, or like any sort of rabbit hole. Like, I guess I sound like Erika Kirk. It all comes down to this kid. This kid is here right now, his life on the line. He's being put on trial for this assassination. And like I said, it's going to be interesting to hear what evidence they have. But everything about it is just weird. Like the fact that his dad just turned him in, and the text messages, like everything's weird. But the fact that they're not even trying to find any other person that could be involved is also just ridiculously crazy. No one on Charlie's side showed up either. That's yeah. I mean, I just think that this just has stench all over it.
Order, as we noted in our papers, is directed at the conduct of and the court's expectations for counsel. So even if, under that order that the court issued, somebody who we could all agree is a witness within the court's definition of that, made public statements which implicated Mr. Robinson's fair trial rights, the potential sanction is on the party who had a duty to make a reasonable effort to notify witnesses that they should not be doing so. If I represented a witness who was accused of saying too much publicly, the first thing that I would tell this court is the order isn't directed at the witness. The order is directed at the counsel for the parties.
We're just gonna skip. We're just gonna skip to judge orders, guys. We're not gonna listen to them talk about what was put out that could compromise due process and why we should allow media. Like, we're just not gonna go over all that. It's boring.
Associated with the prosecution and defense of this case from.
Thank you to Saren Kosker for the subscription. God bless you.
Intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly permitting a witness, investigator, consultant, staff member, or other member of the prosecution or defense team to make extrajudicial statements, which, if made by the lawyer, would violate Rule 3.6. To that end, lawyers participating in an investigation or litigation of this case shall inform all witnesses, investigators, consultants, staff members, or other members of the prosecution or defense teams about the prohibitions contained in this order. The state moves to amend or clarify the court's use of the word witness, as used in the publicity order, because it is vague, ambiguous, or overbroad. The state asserts that there are over 3,000 lay witnesses of the alleged homicide. The state does not know if it must inform each potential witness or each potential and possible witness of the prohibitions in order, or whether the order applies only to witnesses who are members of the attorney's teams, such as investigators or experts. Due to the potential confusion, this court grants the state's motion and offers the following clarification. The word witness, as used in this order, applies to all witnesses who are part of the prosecution.
Make sure you guys double tap that screen, man. We have 500 people in here. It's trying to hit 100 likes right in the first hour. We got 38 minutes left.
And defense teams. This includes any witness, including lay witnesses, whom the prosecution or defense has a good faith belief will be called to testify at a hearing or trial. The court also clarifies that the publicity order as written regulates the behavior of attorneys who are associated with the defense team.
Okay, so Erika Kirk had a victim representative there as well. Let's skip to that. That's interesting.
Today.
Thanks, Your Honor. Yes, just the matter of having Mrs. Erika Kirk designated as the victim representative in this case. She has filed through her counsel a request.
So, let me get this straight. You're not going to mention his family at all? Like, Erika Kirk's just the victim. I mean, this is just going to keep getting weirder and weirder, guys, so buckle up. Thank you to MAGIK for Cat for the subscription. God bless you. I mean, I don't know how court works with that, I guess. Like, is it just one victim? I'm pretty sure you can have multiple. Like, why isn't, like, hey, I'm here to represent all the victims in the scenario. Erika Kirk, Charlie's family, his children, everything like that. Why is it just solely Erika? But yet we haven't heard from his family. You know, the craziest thing to me as well is we haven't even heard from Charlie's family. Like, nothing.
To be designated as the victim representative, and we would like the court to formally acknowledge that request. Thank you to Nicole for the
subscription. God bless.
And formally designate her as the victim representative. And I guess along those lines, I wanted to make clear as well, I think this court stated earlier that there was an alleged victim in this case. And I know that there is case law talking about being careful about how we refer to victims and alleged victims. But in this case, that case law makes clear that those cautions don't apply with the same degree, where it's clear that we have...
Make sure you, my moderators are watching the chat and making sure everybody's at least staying civil and somewhat, respectful. So make sure my moderators are, make sure you're watching the chat. Double tap that screen, guys. We just need 62 more people to double tap that screen. We'll be at 100 likes within the first hour of the stream. Thank you guys so much.
A victim who was killed in this case. We don't have an alleged victim. We have an alleged perpetrator, but we do know that we have a victim in this case.
Thank you, Mr. Ballard.
We have victims. We have victims in this case.
I'll hear from the parties.
Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Robinson, we certainly think it's appropriate for Mrs. Kirk to be designated as the victim representative if that is the desire of the state, just so there can be no doubt that she's afforded all of the rights assured to her under our state statutes, and we have no objection to that.
Their faces could be blocked, Miss Hanson, because a lot of people don't like showing their kids' faces on the internet. Like, I know a lot of people who have kids, and when they'll take pictures like at beaches or other places, and they'll block their kids' faces out. So playing devil's advocate, that could be why.
Thank you. Thank you to all parties. This court will recognize Ms. Erika Kirk as the designated victim representative in this case. Thank you. Counsel, I believe that concludes our matters for the day.
One more.
Dude, what if Tyler Robinson beat the case? What if he beat it? What would you guys do? Like, what if the verdict came back and it was, we, the court here, find Tyler Robinson not guilty?
Not.
I can take the podium, Judge?
Yes, Mr. Gernander.
The purpose, I wanted to just give the court an update with respect to discovery. We've done that at previous hearings.
I appreciate that.
The state has received approximately 13,900 files from law enforcement in this case. Approximately 300 of those we believe are duplicates. We have since provided to counsel, as of I believe this morning, 7,951 of those files. For the court's information, we had reached close to 100% had been disseminated as of last week, but we received quite a large batch within the last few days.
Like I said, guys, after this, we're going to get into Candace's last stream. Her and Erika are going at it, and I don't see it getting any better. I mean, I just truly think it's going to go farther and farther and farther and farther. Like I said earlier, there was one or two things that was going to happen. Erika Kirk was going to say something. It wasn't going to be too crazy, and it wasn't going to be going at Candace too much because she wants to try to find the truth out too. If I was her, I would have been like, yeah, I like people going down rabbit holes. I mean, if there's something that could be found out, we need to find it out. But, I mean, it seems to me Erika Kirk's just shutting it all down. Nope, we're not going to be doing any of this shit. And she wants everybody to stop. So we're going to go over that after this. We're going to go into Candace's stream. So I hope everybody's having a good day. God bless you guys. We're on the road to 10,000 subs. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Join the See Me Now family. Hit the notification bell so I can see you guys in every single live stream. Double tap that screen, guys. We just need 44 more double taps to be at 100 likes within the hour. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. If you guys feel like I deserve you guys to go farther than hitting the subscribe button and the like button, send your super chats through, get your name written on the donor wall. God bless.
So we were working on that. We still have a full-time paralegal that's dedicated to reviewing that.
Oh, I definitely know that she had multiple takes on the news. We're going to get into all this. Trust me.
Organizing it, Bates stamping it, and sending it out to counsel. Of course, there are necessary redactions that are being made along the way. Our next real hearing in this case, second matter, our next real hearing in this case is not scheduled till January 16th. We understand the court's caseload. We understand the difficulty of finding dates for a preliminary hearing, and we would like to make a request that the court calendar a preliminary hearing in this case.
All right. In regards to, and I appreciate the heads up and acknowledging the busy calendar of not only the court, but all of you. First of all, how many days does the state anticipate, which helps us in our calendaring efforts?
Judge, given that it's a probable cause standard, and all the inferences go in favor of the state is asking for 3 days. We believe that we can present the evidence required to meet that standard, and that would also allow the defense to cross-examine witnesses and argue that standard.
Thank you, Mr. Gernander. Turning to defense, what are your thoughts?
Your Honor, we were not aware that he was going to make that request today. We do have one more member of our team that's not present that we would need to consult with. I don't know when he's talking about, but I don't see how we...
Thank you to Rick for the subscription. God bless. All right, we're gonna get into Candace's stream, man. January 6th or whatever they said was the next stream or next court hearing. Okay, first of all, if I have any gym bros in the chat, your boys partner with W Energy. Go over to wenergy.com or w.gg. Pick up the latest gym supplements that they have. They have a Chainsaw Man anime collection going on right now. Use code See Me Now, all caps, no spaces, for 10% off. Go to W Energy. Use code See Me Now, all caps, no spaces, for 10% off. I really like this water bottle right here. Think it's pretty dope. Like I said, they have a Chainsaw Man Bleeding Orange collab. If you guys are into anime and you know the movie Rizzy or whatever, I don't know anything about anime, but looks like it's dope. I got my free stuff coming in the mail, so I will be doing a review on it when it gets here. Again, W Energy, all caps, See Me Now for 10% off. God bless.
This entire psychological operation that is so obvious. Okay, I will be very honest. I am in a bit of a mood today. I am just annoyed with everybody. I'm annoyed with this entire psychological operation that is so obvious. And I just feel like we keep going round and round in a circle with the government. You know, whether it's COVID, the Ukraine war, it's like the entire media apparatus and establishment is joining hands to condemn people for having common sense. So I'll ask you a question to begin this. Do you feel, show of hands, okay, that the answer regarding who killed Charlie Kirk and what happened on September 10th
38 more double taps. We'll be at 100 likes within the hour. 30 minutes left on the hour. Let's try and get as many likes as we can on the stream within the hour. God bless.
is quote unquote very clear, objectively. Like, even if you are somebody who is on the side of those who do believe that Tyler Robinson pulled the trigger one way or another, would you ever describe what happened as quote unquote very clear? I'm guessing your answer to that would be no. I am asking you that because Erika Kirk believes it to be so. And I guess this is kind of the final stop. I'm hoping it's the final stop of this PR campaign where they are now pivoting and bringing Erika out to signal to the public that we can't question her judgment, right? Because she's a widow, we can't question her judgment. And I want to say that I reject that.
Yeah, Momo, and she's wearing her Freemasonry rings all over the news. It's insane.
Reject emotional.
They just do it right in front of our faces now. It's just point blank, period.
Manipulation. I want to give people at home the permission to avoid a trap of thinking that you have to arrive at the same conclusions as Erika Kirk, especially when the story that we have been presented thus far makes little sense, if any sense. It makes, I think, virtually no sense. To that end, later on in the show, we will discuss Tyler Robinson, who has now made his first in-person appearance in court. And I guess the good news there is that we know he exists. Welcome back to Candace. Press and the influencers, okay? Here's what we're saying. Let's be influenced. Talking points. There's a bigger mission at bay. We need to focus on a larger, bigger mission. Another talking point. It's going to ruin the trial. If you guys keep thinking that things don't make sense, you could ruin the case. And the final stop, of course, in these talking points is this is an illness, right? There's something wrong with you at home if you don't find what we are telling you to be true. Trust us, okay? You're mentally unwell. What we are looking at right now is a badly run PR campaign. I am saying that it is badly run because it's recognizable. A good PR campaign is not recognizable. A bad PR campaign is an obvious one. And I am going to request respectfully, I know it's not going to be honored, I'm going to respectfully request that all of these Agent Smiths in this obvious matrix just stop, okay? This PR campaign, it's been nonstop since Charlie was shot. It was honestly dead on arrival, okay? We do not trust this. We do not believe this. And yet we are wildly kind of in this position where they're testing to see how many times they can say the same thing before they convince everybody else at home that it's true, okay? Their equation that they seem to be running, if it's that formula, is talking points multiplied by 10,000 talking heads must equal results, okay? They believe that with enough of an echo, they can override basic human instinct, basic intellect, really. There is, I would like to be very clear, nothing that feels right to me about the Charlie Kirk assassination, and especially the way that some of his employees and friends have been behaving since that assassination. And I'll preface this with, I am very sorry if that offends you, Erika. Genuinely, I am sorry that there is no amount of increase in pressure and propaganda and headlines written about me that are going to convince me. And by the way, I'm just the conduit, right? You're attacking me, but you're angry that also the masses have not accepted this. There's not a number that is going to convince the masses that his neck, human neck, stop the 30-06 bullet, okay? And not even just stop the bullet. I also want to be clear here. It's not just that they're saying that it ricocheted and it stopped, and this would make.
We got 1,200 people in here. God bless everybody in here. Thank you for spending your time with me today. It is Friday. Hope you guys had a good week and hope you guys have good plans for the weekend. I live in North Dakota. It's negative 10 degrees out right now, so I'm staying my happy ass inside. Double tap that screen. We just need 11 more likes to hit 100 likes. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much. Let's try and hit as many likes as we can within the first hour of the stream and see how far in the algorithm we can get. God bless.
Maybe be the first time in human history. And please, if you do know a story, you've got an old article, I don't care where it's from, if you saved a newspaper article from the early 1900s in your family of an example, I don't think that bullet existed then, but like of a 30-06 being stopped by a human neck, please present it. I'd like to show that it is possible, right? It is actually, this happened one time down in Texas. It's possible. But not only are they saying that they stopped it, but I want to remind you there was minimal damage to the front of Charlie's neck as well, okay? There was minimal damage to the front of Charlie's neck as well. So it didn't even cause a lot of, damage as it went in. It just cleanly went in and then ricocheted downward into his stomach. I'm frustrated, obviously, for a lot of reasons, but Erika's, that's now being teased, the interview
Thank you
with
for the
Barry
100 likes,
Weiss,
y'all.
it's being termed a town hall. And
yeah. Who knows who's questioning her on this interview? Who knows who this is? Little quiz for the chat. Everybody in the chat, who is it that's asking Erika Kirk these questions? Who's asking her these questions and what she's about to play?
And Barry is obviously just a Tel Aviv agent. Her entire background story, her rise, her studying in Tel Aviv, her family ties, the hand of Midas pulling her through the ranks a la Jeffrey Epstein. Despite her sub-average intelligence, she's not interesting. She somehow becomes a chief over at CBS News. Right? This actually, what I'm saying about Barry Weiss, this gets into Tucker's...
Yeah, Barry Weiss, the person that was placed there by them boys. By them boys who are trying to control the algorithm. TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Isn't it kind of just so, how do I put it? Interesting that Barry Weiss, the same person that was put into power by the people who bought CBS and places like this, the Israeli people, is the same person who's asking Erika Kirk all these questions. And Erika Kirk looks especially crazy in this last interview. I know, Skippy, we're running it up today, man. We're running it up. Let's go.
Quote unquote problematic speech at SAS when he jumped on stage and basically asked that question. How are all of these?
By the way, I appreciate every single one of you guys for being in here. We are on the road to 10,000 subs. If every single one of you guys who are in here right now hit the subscribe button, we would be at 10K. So everybody hit subscribe, man. Join the family. Show some love and support. I appreciate you guys, man.
Subpar people becoming billionaires. The rest of us have to work forever. They're not interesting. They're not talented. And they just seemingly are just getting all of this money and opportunities offered to them. This is clearly not a meritocracy that we're living under. It feels more like, and I'm saying this, more like a cartel. Okay, Barry Weiss is actually one of the people that we should study when it comes to being unimpressive and just getting handouts anyways.
Yep.
Like it's like welfare. I feel like she's on welfare. Like we all have to work and she gets promoted. And she's going to be unimpressive in this clip.
Thank you to Brenna for the subscription. God bless. Thank you to Chantel as well for the subscription. God bless.
Prepared, loaded question.
Thank you to everybody who's hitting the subscribe button. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. We're on the road to 10,000. Most importantly, 100K, man. We're trying to get that silver plaque. Let's go.
That she is going to deliver to Erika. And this question, like I said, has likely, by the way, been reviewed and marked up by lawyers, but she still is not even convincing, despite having it ahead of time in this delivery. Take a listen.
The podcaster Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's, at one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge
Shabbat Shalom, right?
amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her
Thank you to everybody hitting the sub button, man. You guys know I have to shout you out. Thank you to Desiree. Thank you to Emily. Thank you to Jesse. I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. God bless. On Fire for Jesus. Thank you for the subscription. God, you guys are running it up. Thank you guys so much. God bless you guys, man.
And the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now. Stop.
Dude, look how evil she looks. I'm sorry, but this is what I'm talking about. Look at that face. Bro, this is the face that my toddler makes at me when I tell her it's time for bed. That's how she looks at me like this, like, oh, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. I'm about to cause even more problems. This is the face that my toddler makes at me when I take her toy away. Okay? She looks like, I don't know if like it's just now coming out or what, but she is like, she's on demon time, guys. She's letting it out. She's like, oh, just stop now. Like, listen to what she has to say. Like, she's like, just stop before I do something about it.
These lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now?
See, look at her. Look at the camera pans to her, and she's just like salivating over the fact that she gets to sit here and go after Candace. I mean, dude, we all had the idea that she was like in on it, or at least like on the opposing side of us who are seeking the truth. But a lot of us wanted to hold out some, hope that maybe she would, want some more truth to come out, or want us to keep researching and figuring shit out. But no, I mean, she put on her demon face real quick and said, stop it now. Stop it. That's enough. It was Tyler Robinson. I don't want any other theory at all, even though Lance Twiggs is just off the face of the earth, and there's a lot of things that are weird about this stuff, but hey, stop it. Man, you guys are running it up. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Nathan, thank you. TNJR, thank you. Cartel Wheel, thank you. Alex Ramos, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys. God bless. Who's the last one? I got you all. All right, awesome. Oops. All right, guys. You're the best. Let's keep running it up. 148 we're at 150 likes. Let's try and get 150 more before the first hour is up. Let's go. Let's run it up.
Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop.
So this is just to me. I'm going to also let you know they pre-recorded this. Obviously, I told you this yesterday from about 11 o'clock to 4 p.m. I have sources just everywhere. CBS News, the people that were in the audience I showed you were emailing me, and they had to do multiple takes because Barry wanted to read a prompter. These questions were pre-submitted.
What did Erika have to sit there and continue to like redo her demon face? Like, cut! Fuck! When is this going to be the last take? I can only do my demon face so much.
Okay. And I would like to respond to this loaded question. What would you like to say? The podcaster, Candace Owens, and I'm not even going to address.
All right, guys. Zeus wants to come say hi real quick. Say what's up to Zeus. Say what's up. What's up, guys? Yep, we love you, brother. We know you're loved. Now let me continue.
This repeat talking point about people making money, except for the people that have actually made off of all of the money, millions upon millions of dollars. But this is the new thing. It's like if you keep doing what you were already doing in podcasting, or keep doing what you were already doing and doing ballistics on YouTube, if you catch a bunch of views, they want to convince you that like you wake up and you turn into a millionaire. Building her business. What are you talking about? I already had this business. I was already at the top of the charts. Okay, I said I wasn't going to talk about it. I actually did because it's so ridiculous. Okay. But she says, I'm lying. And Erika responds, and her answer to what do you want to say to the podcaster Candace Owens who is lying is stop. So Erika would like me to stop lying. And I would like to honor that, okay? I can only honor that if Erika is more explicit in terms of what I have lied about. What did I lie about? It's just incredible. There have this opportunity. The questions have been before. You could just start like going through them. Maybe they will. By the way, it's coming out on Saturday. Maybe I've made a mistake somewhere and I'm happy. I want to correct that, right? I'm not interested. My goal is not.
By the way, if you guys want to get your chats read, send through your super chats, get your name written on the super chat wall. Appreciate everybody for being here, but it's hard for me to keep up with the chat while I'm watching this. So if you have something you'd like to say or you have something you want me to go over, send through your super chats and show some love and support that way. And thank you guys to everybody who's subbing. I really appreciate it. We are now, instead of being at 8.87, we're at 8.92 thousand. So I appreciate every single one of you guys. God bless. I'm going to go fill my coffee real quick. All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Not to tell lies. It is obviously plausible that I have made mistakes. I've reviewed these lists that we've put together, and I can't find the lie. Okay, the lies that I find are coming out of Turning Point USA. Okay, and here are some of those lies. You know, Mikey had blood all over him. Okay, Mikey has offered that his dad was confused. I'll accept that. Well, I didn't lie about that. Rob McCoy lied. His father also said he called his father first. Maybe Rob McCoy was confused. Mikey being a hero for walking away doesn't feel honest. Charlie's neck stopping a 30-06 bullet because he ate healthy and had strong bones. It was a modern day Christian miracle. That feels like a pretty big lie. Okay. Charlie never wavered in his support for Israel was a nasty lie. Maybe Barry want to like, what do you want to say to the people that literally lied about what Charlie was living through in the last weeks of his life? Stop, Josh Hammer. Stop, Bibi Netanyahu. No, I'm sorry. Barry Weiss is here. We're not going to get to that. Charlie was a committed evangelical who only liked Catholic architecture. Did I lie about that? Nope. Turning Point USA lied about that. And I was attacked for telling, I'm attacked for catching the lies. We'll get to that later. That's their new method. Once first they accuse me of lying, then I prove I'm not lying. And then their strategy is to attack me for telling the truth and saying, how dare you reveal a personal text message to defend yourself from being called a liar. We can keep going here. Has any of this been clarified? Ben Shapiro said they never had any bad blood between them. I proved that was not true. Again, that also came from a little PR. Alex Clark pulling that move. Next page, Terrell Farnsworth was told to remove that SD card by police. That was not true. Terrell Farnsworth personally told me that was not true. Terrell removed the SD cards because people were stealing hats. Again, not what Terrell Farnsworth himself told me. And also doesn't make any logical sense because if you were worried about theft, you would have taken the cameras and not just the SD card, particularly from the camera behind his head, as opposed to the cameras that were in front of him. Lie. Charlie established a Doge and it was not unusual. That's a lie. It was unusual. Doge didn't even exist prior to Elon Musk making that a thing about government accountability. Charlie Kirk's team did not fly drones. Major lie. Brian Harpole told that lie. Brian Harpole also told a major lie when he said that the security had communicated with UVU police to secure those rooftops. That was a lie. It was actually the walkway behind. What am I getting here? What have I done here in this presentation that I lied about? Have I made mistakes along the way? Yes, I'm not perfect, and I will always adjust those mistakes. So I'm asking you to tell me what I lied about. Why is there not this same energy also for the feds? Because they've told some lies. We've got a list of those too. We put that together. We would like some clarity. Again, Charlie being shot with a 30-06. The lover text messages mysteriously presented without any timestamps. Lying about how Tyler Robinson was arrested. They claim that he confessed and turned himself in. That's not what happened. That he said he was guilty. All of his father said he was guilty. That's not what happened. Never revealed that Tyler Robinson was at the Dairy Queen following the assassination. He was throwing clothes away, as I presented to you guys in the cemetery. That's problematic to the timeline. We'd like some clarity. That's an oddity. They said Tyler Robinson was arrested wearing a maroon shirt. That actually was also not true. They said Tyler Robinson was suicidal, but also turned himself in because he was afraid of being shot by police. Those two ideas seem to be running into each other. How can both of these things be true? Did he want to die or not want to die? Maybe there's an explanation. It's definitely odd. And the
Sure seemed happy in court. I mean,
footage mysteriously missing of Tyler Robinson turning himself in. And then, of course, there's just like things that we can't get answers to, which is the Egyptian planes, tracking Charlie, following Erika throughout years. Instead, they're laughing at these things. So what am I lying about? Explicitly lying about? Not made a molecular or a minor mistake. We got a time zone wrong. And then it's like, she lied. The plane left a couple of hours earlier. Maybe somewhere I made a mistake on a timeline of Charlie being here on this day when he's actually there on that day. But I'm talking like, where am I lying? Because I would like to stop if you can tell me. Okay? And maybe they will. Maybe we'll get to that on Saturday. And by the way, to be clear, I am also telling the truth. It is not my opinion that these questions were pre-selected. It's a fact. It's a fact. Like I said, we have insiders.
I know it's never going to happen, but like seeing Candace get like it on Saturday, they should have Candace on. If they want the public to shut up, they want Candace to be quiet, they want to prove everybody wrong, have her on. Have Candace on, but we all know it won't happen. Okay? None of them will face Candace. And if they do, I'll eat my words. But I would love for them to face her. If she's lying, like Erika says, to stop, face her. See, because the thing about the truth is you don't have you don't mess up. When you're lying, you mess up constantly because you have to remember to lie. But when you're telling the truth, you don't have to worry about that. So get Candace on.
The questions were pre-selected. And one of the pre-selected questions was for Erika, and this will come out on Saturday, setting the stage for her to condemn anti-Semitism, to which she responds and speaks about, as I told you yesterday, how Turning Point will be hosting a Shabbat dinner. And in case the direction of travel for CBS under the stewardship of Barry Weiss is not clear, they even brought in during this town hall the father of the young woman who was shot in D.C. at the Jewish Museum. I think that was an IDF soldier. I might be wrong about that. They also brought out Hunter Kozak, who asked the last question to Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, the guy who was like practicing his fucking freaked out, scared face before everything happened. This guy needs to be investigated.
They filled the audience with people selected by CBS, college Republicans, with questions selected by CBS. So
yeah, of course, just like Bibi Netanyahu said, the eighth front of the war is controlling propaganda, controlling what we think, you guys. So of course this whole interview and everything with it was pre-recorded and it was scripted and it was rehearsed and there was many takes on it because Bibi wanted that to happen. We need to make sure that we listen to Bibi.
Just is objectively a controlled and a managed situation, a controlled and a managed conversation, if you will. But, and you can predict this, if you are at home this Saturday and you watch this and you're just, a regular old person around the world and you go,
oh, we'll be covering it together.
This feels really scripted. The influencers are going to come out and they're going to mark you as evil, demonic even. How dare you? Question, what? Are you kidding me? This is like, you're not allowed to say that this feels scripted ever, even though this entire thing since September 10th feels scripted to me. But that's not it. Okay, we're going to get more because Erika also sat down with Glenn Beck of Blaze TV. Now, again, this is all a part of a PR blitz for Charlie's upcoming book on honoring the Shabbat, which I'm not going to be doing because I'm Christian. So I'd like to already just say no. Okay. Anyways, Glenn Beck's interview has a bunch of high points, if you will. Foremost, Erika stressing that she believes that the truth is clear. Take a listen.
I don't know how you handle this, Eric. I don't know how to be.
See, she has two faces, right? Here's like the sad face. Hold on.
That she believes that the truth is clear. Take a listen.
I don't.
So like, here's her like
don't
sad
know how
face,
you handle
like
this, Eric.
Oh my goodness, feel bad for me. And then, where are we at? We're right here. Okay. And then here's her here's her evil face, right? Evil face. sad face, right? Oh.
I don't know how to be dragged into, you were involved in the death and all this crazy, evil stuff.
No, it's sick.
God bless you.
Oh, he's gonna cry. Dude, he's the one crying? Oh my God. He's the one that's tearing up. She's not even tearing up. She's not even cracking a tear. She's probably looking down at her phone right now, checking to see if she got a new Snapchat.
Yeah.
Sick.
God bless you. It is.
My family means everything to me.
See, and I think she thinks that, like, using this, like, my family means everything to me, and Turning Point USA means everything to me. Like, I think she thinks using that, like, condescending, low, oh my goodness voice makes her seem like she's innocent. She might be innocent in the murder, but is she innocent in some of the other stuff?
Point USA has always been in our life and has always been so good to Charlie, and Charlie was good to his team. Everyone loved Charlie.
Yeah.
I get
Everyone loved Charlie. Yeah, everyone did love Charlie.
that. Everyone wants an answer to this evil. And sometimes the answer is very clear.
Yeah.
The truth is very clear.
So I just want to say to, first and foremost, Glenn setting that question up, I can't find to this day, because this just feels to me to be like the ultimate straw man, any commentator that has explicitly accused Erika of killing Charlie Kirk. I've seen psychological manipulation of influencers trying to say that if you critique Turning Point, that's akin to accusing Charlie Kirk of Erika Kirk of killing her husband, which is utterly ridiculous. But I have never seen, and maybe I missed it, I've seen a lot, somebody come out and say Erika Kirk murdered Charlie. But that's what they set up always, which is like, I don't know how you are.
We just need 70 people, 70 more beautiful people. Hit the subscribe button. We'll be at 9,000 subs. We're on the road to 10K, guys. Excuse me. Thank you guys for the love and support today, man. I appreciate every single one of you. 20 more likes. We got 4 minutes left within the first hour. If we can get 20 more beautiful people to double tap their screen, we'll be at 200 likes within the hour. Appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Keep running it up in the chat. I appreciate every one of you guys for being here. Let me know what you guys think, man. What do you guys think about what Erika's been saying and how she's been acting on this little book tour?
Seen people digging into her background. I've seen people speaking about her Romanian charity. I've seen people looking into her mother. All of that. I've seen all of that, but I have not yet seen where this idea that they keep trying to seed into our minds that asking any questions is it's equivalent to accusing her of murder. That even that feels manipulative to me. Then comes in this totally organic question from Glenn Beck.
I'll shout out some of the new subs real quick. Thank you to Clarence for the subscription, Random for the subscription, James, and everybody else who sub, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Totally organic, right? And this is going to be the extreme appeal to authority, which is, okay, if we don't want to answer any questions, we're just going to say you don't understand how the court works. You shouldn't be asking questions because that could potentially ruin the upcoming trial. Take a listen.
You concerned about his assassin is in court today? Are you concerned about being able to have a jury that's not been tainted?
No, it's a real thing, Glenn, and you get this. A lot of people don't, and I think that we need to do a better job of educating our citizens about our court systems. A lot of people don't know how an actual trial plays out. I am very curious about how the United Healthcare case plays out. We are living in a day and age where social media can absolutely impact. I feel it can. The reason I say that is because I don't want a tainted jury pool. I want justice for my husband. Anytime we have leads, anytime we hear anything, we send it to the authorities. We're not messing around. None of us
Yeah, you want justice for your husband, but yet 3 months after his assassination, you're going out and you're fucking promoting his last book. Like, why not wait at least a year?
Are
Why not wait at least a year and a half before you go out and promote his last book? Right?
involved in my husband's murder. None of us. Turning Point USA, myself, any of these other crazy accusations, none of us.
Okay, so this is what I mean, where I just feel like we're just doing the same thing over and over and over again in politics, where you can just apply any situation. Like it's how it starts. It's like they come up with a narrative and it feels really stupid. You could like apply this to COVID, whatever. And then people start asking questions because it feels really stupid. And then they tell you like, oh, I wish you guys were more educated about science. I wish you guys were more educated about doctors and nurses, and like, you're just not there. I wish we could explain to you how these things work, but you're going to have to trust the experts. And yeah, I actually think that also because you guys are not trusting the experts, we're going to have to censor people on social media, as they did during COVID, because social media is problematic. Actually, the problem is free speech, ultimately, right? Like the problem is that you have people on social media who are talking common sense and they don't understand this. Okay, that's like.
See, the thing too is Candace gave Erika the most grace as she was going at everybody. When there was plenty of opportunity to go at Erika, she didn't. And now the gloves are off, and I'm really curious to see. I mean, I'm surprised she hasn't brought up the Romanian scandal yet, or the the allegations of seed trafficking in Romania, things like that.
That doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me, and it shouldn't work for you. And this next portion is where we get into the mass formation psychosis element, which is when they're trying to modify our behavior, the behavior of the masses, and they kind of want us to all form around this idea. And this is kind of actually the we're all in this together psychology that you're about to see, right? The higher calling element of the psychological conditioning. You guys are focusing on the minutia of that day and whether or not the government is involved with assassinating Charlie Kirk. But, Tim Pool's telling you guys midterms. There's midterms and there's things. That's the higher calling, right? The masses should get around that higher calling. Like, even if it goes against your gut to mask your toddler, even if it goes against your gut to let your grandma die alone in a hospital, even if something is screaming at you and you're saying, why does this all feel abusive? Like abusive to toddlers, abusive to our grandparents, let them die alone. Why does it feel to me, my instinct tells me that we shouldn't put medical masks on on toddlers who can't see expressions? Well, the higher calling is that you should always ignore your gut, right? Because we're all in this together, and there's something bigger that we can aspire to. You should violate your gut instinct, and that's what's coming next. Take a listen.
I don't need you to comment on this, but I think mental illness is involved in some of this stuff that is online.
Yeah,
I think it's really,
and Glenn,
honestly,
I'll be honest,
I feel bad.
I am not going to waste my
illness.
time. I'm not going to waste my time in combating people, going toe to toe, calling people names. That's just not me. That's not how Charlie operated. There's no reason for me to go down.
We just need 52 more beautiful people to not double tap screen, to hit the subscribe button, and we'll be at 9,000 subs, man. You guys are the best. Thank you so much.
A dark place like that. I'm so tired of the fracture. What drives me nuts is that Charlie, he has worked and provided and has blessed us with so much, like literally his book. He has blessed us with so much wisdom, so much. He's just such a good thought leader. He blessed us with laser focus on the mission, on saving this country. But instead, we're so focused on who did what. Like, yes, we will figure all that out. Yes, this is a murder case. He did not die in a car crash. Yes, that will be handled. But my husband's legacy is not about his murder. My husband's legacy is what he left behind.
I just reject that. Okay, I reject that there's a higher calling that we need to all get around, and the legacy of like, actually the legacy, if we find out that the government is implicated, and it looks like to me, and I think a lot of people on the outside, the government is implicated, otherwise it wouldn't require every department of the government using propaganda to convince us against common sense, okay? And if we find out that the government is implicated, then actually his legacy is going to be that a person who gave all of himself to helping people get elected, all of himself to this political machine, was ultimately killed by it. And I think that matters to a lot of people. And I think it's obvious it matters to a lot of people because what feels like $1 billion campaign of propaganda against it doesn't seem to be working. There is something very big that we are very close to unpacking here.
Yeah, because at this point, guys, there's no amount of money, there's no amount of anything that can change the fact that this is a spiritual battle now. There is a very high or very intense feeling of this spiritual battle that we are now in today's time. The good versus the bad, the are you bots or are you not, the truth versus the narrative, all of it. We are in a time where the feeling of the spiritual war is so intense that no amount of propaganda, no amount of paid promotion, no amount of any of that is going to make us not feel it. Sometimes it transcends money. Sometimes it transcends propaganda. And we're looking at it right now. We are in a spiritual battle within our own country, in our own world. And no amount of money, propaganda, or political, power is going to change that. Period. And they're scrambling.
And the panic that we sense right now in deploying what feels to me to be a really nasty emotional tactic here, basically trying to say to people, how dare you go against the grieving widow? How dare you go against David Hogg, right? And you're like, well, I don't know if David Hogg, I know I'm very sad, obviously, that a school shooting happened. The Parkland shooting at high school should not happen. No child should have to live through that. But why does that mean David Hogg gets to go to Harvard? Right? Does that make sense? Like, does he belong at Harvard? And they go, oh, how dare, how you evil, demonic person. Are you possessed? How could you ever question his authority and whether or not he's equipped to run the charity and speak on, gun issues? He survived a school shooting. That's what they're doing right now. And I want to also say that why I don't love these interviews, and I say this with great deference to Erika. And in the beginning with some of these interviews, I said, look, like, of course, they're going to want to make sure they screen these questions. Like, she's going through a lot. Like, she's transitioning, she's doing this. I was like, I wouldn't want to be in her position. We're 3 months in now. Okay. We are still getting rehearsed answers. And I feel like what is missing from all of this is, I don't know, like passion, normal passion, not this like chat GBT feeling of, well, we all need to unite around the mission. It's like, no, I don't really care about cash. I would just be like, what is the borough doing? What has anybody traced this down? Okay, I don't know if Candace is crazy, but she says the French Foreign Legion was there. Has anybody chased this down? I texted her, I got this information. Okay, it's wrong. That's a dead end. Let me move over here. I've got files.
See, that's the one thing too, is that everybody calls her crazy and everybody says all this stuff, but yet they're not looking into it. Like, how do you know if someone's crazy if you don't discount the allegation? Like, no one's looking into it. No one's looking into not one thing she's said. The government, nothing. But yet everyone wants to say, well, Candace is crazy. She's a lunatic. Why would you listen to her? She's such a raging anti-Semite. You should never listen to her. If something happened and she had, if something that she says is going to happen, and they didn't look into it beforehand, I'm sorry, but dude, There should be punishment for that. And Trump is just a disappointment too. To me, our whole government's a disappointment right now. All of it. We thought we couldn't trust him before. We thought that things were weird before and sketchy before. After Charlie Kirk's assassination, yeah, we're starting to figure a lot of different who's what and who's where and who's who.
I'm going to run this investigation alongside you, Cash. And I don't know what he's doing. I want like one critique of the FBI, one critique of anything which the public is saying is worthy of critique. Like, it's almost like you're dressing down public perception. Like, people think that you can have enough money to just cut over people's gut instincts. That's what it is. It feels like we're so rich, you don't have the right to think. Okay? We are rich enough.
And we can put enough money into it so we can destroy your common sense.
To remove that. So stop thinking. The elites are here. It feels elite. That's why I hate this. It feels elite. It feels like the opposite of whatever Turning Point felt like when they were the underdogs, right? This entire presentation is elite. I'm on CBS stage with pre-prep questions and Barry Weiss, and I obviously have rehearsed this answer because I got these questions ahead of time. I obviously know I'm going to get asked this, so I'm going to do I don't even and this is a fact. You can ask anybody who's ever interviewed me. I never ask for questions ahead of time. I don't want to know. I don't want to know the direction it's going into. I never give them anything. I never say we can't talk about this. That thing's off record, because even getting questions ahead to me, preparing answers feels fake and gay, right?
Fake and gay.
That just feels rehearsed, because it is. It has to be rehearsed. You got the questions ahead of time. And at this stage, I don't like it. I don't like it. I want something that feels anywhere where it feels authentic. Like one question mark that you have. You're like, oh, I'd like you to be like, I don't know about those text messages. I think Tyler Robinson pulled the trigger, but the text messages are weird. It's just, I trust my team. My team is amazing. And my favorite date is April 24th because it's not too hot and it's not too cold. And all you need is a light jacket. Like, it feels fake. It does. I'm sorry. And I am still interested in getting basic answers to our questions. I don't accept that that's somehow going to ruin the court case, because that's a nonsense. You cannot logically explain to the public how letting us see Mikey McCoy's phone records is just one example, if that's really causing you so much grief. Here they are. Here's who we called on that day and for how long. How would that implicate, how would that frustrate your lawyer's efforts? How would the current court case and the jury pool be impacted if you answered about why these Egyptian planes, why it's a statistical anomaly for these Egyptian planes to be surrounding Turning Point USA, Faith events, you and Charlie this many times? How would that impact? And again, I'm a gut player. It's common sense. So forgive me for not being elite enough and educated enough and expert enough to understand how it would impact things. Explain it to me like I'm not a legal expert, like I don't trust legal experts. I think they're all full of shit. Explain it to me that way. It's not tracking. It's not tracking. And I get it. It's me against the whole world. Actually, it's not. It's me against the elites. We've done this a lot of times. Like I said, Ukraine, COVID, there's a formula here. There's a pattern here. If all of the mainstream apparatus, all of the influencers are pushing something and calling the other thing evil, we're probably about 2 years away from them all then apologizing and being like, I just got it wrong. I shouldn't have told you to get the vaccine. It's a pattern that I've noticed. So I'm going to stick with saying that what happened on September 10th, we are not getting the truth about. We will be back after a few messages from our sponsors. All right, you guys, when they doubled, that's the vibe. We are too rich. We are elite. We are rich. We are powerful. We have connections, and you guys are just beneath us. There's like an element of feudalism here. Like, we are the lords, and who are you? Who are you? We can afford this, and we're gonna keep pushing. And until you believe what we say happened, even when it just makes no sense, it's frustrating. Like, I'm frustrated by it. And again, I have been clear. I think Tyler Robinson was involved on that day. I think there were multiple people that were involved in that day. Obviously, most people were involved. I think he took clothes and hid them in the cemetery or whatever next to the Dairy Queen. But I don't think that he was on campus that day. I do not believe Tyler Robinson was on campus that day. And I would just also like to point out how easy it would be for them to give us anything believable. Help me out, guys. Again, I'm not a legal expert. I'm Glenn Beck understands this stuff, but who am I? I'm so sorry, Glenn. I don't explain it to us. But I don't understand how if they just released a video of him taking the shot, because there's video of that, how would that ruin their case? How would that not support their case, actually? And also support their case with the public? Like, that would be the first thing I would do, rather than try to deploy this propaganda effort. You could just present something solid, like something that isn't flimsy in this entire thing. And I think that would be my call. I would just be like, here you go. There you are. Happy for you to see it. He took the shot, and you're going to see Tyler Robinson jump down, and it's not going to impact our case, because how could it? It's open and shut. He wrote out his entire confession. You're seeing the footage. Nope, they can't do that. Well, guys, I'm happy to learn that Tyler Robinson is not AI, because that it's been so weird that we just can't see anything about him. Obviously, I'm being tongue in cheek, but he has finally appeared in person. He made his first in-person court appearance. Kind of seemed like he was smiling. I did not get the energy of someone who is worried about getting the electric chair. There's nothing really to add here. There wasn't anything that really came out of this hearing. Everything is obviously very preliminary at this stage. This is going to take a long time, but we're obviously hoping that they are going to allow transparency and accessibility to the case by allowing the media in there. Media organizations, even for this case, are requesting the transcript of the hearing, and hopefully we will have more. But he exists, okay? We'll keep you posted. In other news, or things that I'm frustrated about, is just more than the people who hate me and are dedicated every minute, because apparently they're allowed to get clicks off of my name. I'm not allowed to talk about what I want to talk about on my show, but they can talk about what they want to talk about over and over and over again on their show. But I reserve more contempt for the people who don't have the courage to just hate me and instead try to hide behind Bible verses. There is something that deeply and spiritually bothers me about that. And chief among them is Allie Beth Stuckey, okay? She presents herself, like, her brand is squeaky clean Christianity, does a lot behind the scenes. She's hired like a monster PR agent. Anyone will tell you that. There's not a single Daily Wire host, Matt Walsh, Michael knows, nicest people ever, Brett Cooper, that will defend Allie Beth Stuckey's current PR agent, who is just literally hell-bent on advancing Israel's cause by any means necessary, like by sending someone to follow me after I was no longer employed there to try to make me look bad on camera. She keeps files and cuts people out of context and then sends it to people like Ian Miles Chong. I mean, this is a bad person who Allie Beth has hired, but we're supposed to believe Allie Beth is Christian. Anyways, I do want to point to this because...
All right, guys, we just need 56 more likes to be at 300 likes. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll let this play, though, so you guys don't get bored. I'll be right back.
She's now... No, it's always biblical. So you can never question whether or not she's just being a mean girl and using Bible verses to qualify being mean. But yesterday we peaked because she's now moved to being a teacher and letting you know that not trusting the mainstream narrative actually is it's a rhetorical device that was used during BLM. Let's just read her post here. This really annoyed me, and even further, the comment section annoyed me. But she wrote, in 2020, we all became familiarized with the Kafka trap. It's a rhetorical trick wherein you insist that someone's denial of an accusation proves their guilt. You're denying you're a racist because of your white fragility. It's a way to make your arguments irrefutable without ever having to provide evidence. BLM uses this tactic repeatedly, and now Candace has taken a page out of their book. Anyone, including Charlie's own wife, who pushes back against her conspiracies are only doing so because it's a psyop. They're getting paid. It couldn't possibly be that people sincerely disagree with her methods or can disprove her faulty logic. It's an effective, albeit dishonest, way to solidify yourself as the only champion of truth. Now, first and foremost, this is a very unfortunate example for her to use BLM, saying that 2020 taught us that many people fall for this type of thing, because the truth is most people don't want to think. Actually, Allie, ironically, I actually did the documentary on BLM and George Floyd. And the lessons of the George Floyd movement was that the entire media, plus influencers, can collude to suspend rational thinking and can use emotional arguments, right, to get you to stop looking at a corrupt charity. I can't believe she used this example. It's like, there's nothing more that could be in my defense than saying, oh, remember what happened in 2020? Yeah, I do remember what happened in 2020. The media lied about George Floyd. They lied about how he died. A video went viral. Every influencer posted black squares, called people racist, said you were with them or you're against them. You were evil if you didn't understand how far racism had become. And then little old me did a video, and I disrupted this narrative by telling people the facts about George Floyd's background, his record. I then did a documentary on it, and I revealed to the world that the media actually is to blame. Like, they will collude with each other. These are powerful organizations. They can make something go viral. They can make evil look like good and good look like evil. That is actually the true lesson of corporate structure versus really just a few truth tellers, people who are actually willing and dared to question that narrative, okay? Now, my issue is that when people push back on her, she just pulls out the Bible, okay? Like, for example, this is in the comment section. Somebody wrote to her because she's been sniping at me, and it's been very mean girl-esque. This person wrote this on Instagram. They wrote in the comment section, you keep inserting yourself into the...
34 more people just need to hit the subscribe button. We will be at 9,000 subs. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. God bless you guys. 45 more people just need to hit the double tap on the screen. We'll be at 300 likes. Thank you for helping me run it up today. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Let's keep going.
This topic, but you never add any real value. So what is the agenda for you here? Candace wasn't even mean to you when you inserted yourself the first time. So mean girl energy, like, that's a fair question. She does have mean girl energy. Then she says, oh, Britt, I comment on the news. Charlie was my good friend. No one commenting on this story is inserting themselves any more than Candace is. You don't see value in learning how to decipher truth logically and biblically, and that's okay. Like, that sentence, just play it again. I want to read it again. You don't see the value in learning how to decipher truth logically and biblically, and that's okay. My content is not for you. How does that not just make your skin crawl? I don't know. Like, does that not make your skin crawl? Just be snipey and petty. Stop using the Bible as a shield for what you're doing, okay? That woman accurately called you out. I don't know her. Thank you for saying it's very obvious what you're doing. To come back and say, I'm so sorry that you don't like the Bible.
Welcome in, Paisley.
I'm so sorry that you don't like the Bible. She is like Salve Regina George, right? Like, Mean Girls was fine because we all knew Regina George was mean, and she was like proud of that. Allie Beth Stuckey does the same like tactic of attacking people, sniping them, and then she's like, I'm sorry you don't like the Bible. I actually do like the Bible. You know, I haven't made Christianity my brand because I'm a Catholic, and I don't believe that women can be priests and should be playing the part of pastors. I believe that if I have a question about the Bible, I should go to my priest, not to Allie Beth Stuckey on Instagram. But what I can say to you is that a main takeaway is the truth. You should commit yourself to the truth. And Allie Beth Stuckey has gone through great pains to cover up for people that are lying. Okay. No one worse than Josh Hammer. Okay. Josh Hammer explicitly lied about Charlie's state of mind. He went on multiple podcasts. He called me a liar. He never blinked on Israel. If I did not release that text message, that would have been the narrative. If you are a Christian and you purport to have been a good friend to Charlie, that's low-hanging fruit to say what Josh Hammer did here was wrong. Okay. She says she's a good friend to Charlie, but when similarly I came out and said a thing about the Catholic faith, if you were a good friend, wouldn't you have said, you know what, Alex Clark, that whole little episode saying Charlie only liked architecture for what it's worth, it wasn't true. You wouldn't be running PR for her. If you were a friend to Charlie and you were committed to truth, then when Ben Shapiro lied and said that he never had any issues with Charlie. And I said, that's not true. It's very, very much not true. Why is your reaction every time that I expose the lie to attack me? That's what she does. I'm going to show you a clip. All of these people have been caught in verifiable lies. And let's be clear, they attacked me first. I never came out and attacked these people. I just said, oh, the Catholic thing was cool, and I was hoping for that. Or, as Ben came out and said that he was good with Charlie or whatever and was doing a show. That's not true. That actually is not true. And all these people just attacked me for saying, oh, he had some issues with Israel in the end. Watch Allie, how manipulative it is that she is going to defend those characters who are lying and say that it's problematic that I am telling the truth after I've been lied on. Look at this clip.
She's released a bunch of texts about Ben between her and between Charlie, and, you know, basically saying that they didn't like Ben very much back in the day, 7 years ago. And I just will say, like, yeah, I would hate someone to, like, after I died, to reveal texts like that, like, between us, because those texts didn't make Ben look bad. They made Charlie look bad. They made Charlie look bad.
So
and, like,
manipulative.
That's
She's
your
so
friend.
manipulative.
That's your friend, man.
That's crazy. Sorry, guys, I keep pausing it. 34 more people just need to double tap that. It's going to be at 300 likes. I appreciate everybody for showing love and support, man. You guys are the best. We've gained a lot of subs today. You guys are awesome. We just need 31 more beautiful people. Hit the subscribe button. We'll be at 9,000 subs.
And that makes him look petty. And I'm just not sure, like, what that revelation really accomplishes. She's also criticized Lila Rose heavily, and she's kind of questioned Lila's military connections, I guess, because her husband is a veteran. She has questioned Alex Clark and Alex's decision to talk to the Wall Street Journal a week after.
It's people like this, like, who, like, are like, oh, I'm so Catholic. I'm so into the Bible. They quote Bible verses every day. A lot of these people are like the meanest, fakest people you'll meet. Right? Like, there's a saying that goes around, like, if you go to the Catholic Church, that's sometimes the most some of the people there are the worst people you'll meet. Like, the most judgmental, I mean.
Charlie was murdered, and Candace claimed that it would make her feel icky to speak to the media 1 week after Charlie's death. She did do a CNN interview a couple weeks after Charlie died, though. And I just want to say, like, I know Alex and Lila really well. I know Seth. I've known Ben over the years. I know Josh. And everything I know about these people is that they are kind and genuine people.
And mind you, there is a lot of people who are in the Catholic Church who are very nice, very good people, will help people out, will give people the shirt off their back. I met them. My kids go to Catholic private school. I put them through it. There's a lot of people, but that's also where you'll meet the people who smile to your face and talk behind your back, right? But that's everywhere as well. Like, you can go anywhere and you find those kind of people.
And I don't believe that they deserve at all to be implicated in this way.
I don't believe that they deserve to be called out when they're lying. I think it's fine that they attacked her. I think it's fine that they lied on her. The ugly thing is when Candace stands up for herself and brings receipts. So she demands evidence. There's no evidence. I present the evidence. And then she says, you know what? Showing that text message from 7 years ago to prove that while Charlie was coming up, which is what I said, that's why it had to be from 7 years ago, obviously, that's the crime. That doesn't make Charlie look good. You telling the truth and not allowing a bunch of people to grift after he dies by pretending they were friends with him and had no issues, people that literally tried to stop him from coming who he became, allowing Alex to just lie about where he was while you purport to be a friend of Charlie. You mysteriously didn't know about the mass stuff, the Catholic conversation. The issue is me telling the truth. That's what she's saying. And in every episode, and she's done many, she always uses the Bible, okay? She uses the Bible. So how could you question it? Do you not like the Bible? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you don't like the Bible. Should I do that every episode? Should I say, I'm sorry if you don't like the Bible? I'm the Bible. So I just want to say, even these people that are lying, right? Well, the Bible says that I don't think it's fair for you to call out my friends when they're lying. That is naked tribalism to the Judeo-Christian cause. That is what she cares about. She is a Zionist, and she will defend people who are Zionists even when they're caught lying. And that is not friendship. That is dishonesty. And like I said, you should be ashamed of yourself to quote scripture, use scripture, manipulate well-meaning Christians to believe that it should be their Christian position to not call out lies, to not fight lies, to just allow them to happen. I don't like that at all. And like I said, I have special contempt for the people who come in the name of the Lord when they manipulate. That's worse than just hate it. You can hate me for free. You don't got to hold up a Bible when you do it. Take a quick break, and I will get to some of your questions. All right, I tell you that me and my team love Paleo Valley beef sticks, specifically their meat sticks with 100% grass-fed beef sourced from small-scale regenerative farms here in America so that you can US-based restoration team will spend up. Butterfly writes, and I should actually first, let's read the top comment from last episode. This person wrote, Issa Rae wrote, Erika Kirk will forgive someone 1 week later for murdering her husband, but she won't forgive someone for not believing the FBI narrative. I saw a lot of people commenting that online, that the energy definitely feels different for people that want to get to the truth.
Yeah, and I truly think that her saying the whole, and to that young man, such a young man, I forgive you. Like, that's obviously for fucking, like, what, cool points or what? Like, that was obviously, like, rehearsed. So all those people in the stadium were like, oh, such a strong woman, right? But yet when, like she said, when people are trying to at least search for different truths or decipher, what they think doesn't add up, and they're trying to figure something else out that does add up, nope, you're a bad person. Stop it right now. Stop it right now. Believe our narrative. My Charlie wouldn't have wanted you to do that.
Than it does for the person who she believes killed her husband. And I don't believe that is the person who pulled the trigger. I just don't. And you're allowed to disagree with Erika. You are. And that's fine. She's allowed to think what she thinks, and you're allowed to think what you think. That's what I want you guys to know. Don't allow this strategy to stop you from standing by your convictions. Butterfly writes, Candace, you mentioned several times that if Erika asked you to stop, you would, in fact, stop. Will you honor her request? Please stand by your word and honor what Charlie left behind. Prayers to you. I was very clear here. Erika asked me to stop lying, and I will immediately abide by that request. Candace is lying. What do you want to say? Please stop. Please stop lying. I understand. I comprehend. What I don't comprehend is what I've lied about. Have I made errors along the way? Yes. But as soon as she tells me what it is I've lied about, I will cease lying immediately. Further to that point, this person writes, the pro-Fed slop comments come in two flavors. One, you said you would stop if she asked, so stop. Two, she's jealous of Erika marrying Charlie. We see through this PR, keep pushing Candace. That's another thing that I want to say. It's very obvious to me that was part of like the dress rehearsal, right? Here's what you're going to do. You're going to say, stop, look into the camera and say, stop. And then we are going to have all of these paid.
Yeah, I know this is off topic, but I seen this headline this morning. Who heard that Mike Lindell is going to be running for Minnesota governor or whatever, mayor, or what is it? He's running for something. He's running for Minnesota mayor or something like that. And if you guys don't know who Mike Lindell is, he's the My Pillow guy. He also got attacked by the government for telling the truth on a lot of stuff, and he's running for Minnesota governor. So we're gonna go over that. We're gonna go over that after this. I find that pretty interesting that he's gonna be running for governor in Minnesota. That's pretty close to me. Thank you guys for all the subscriptions, by the way. You guys are the best. We just need 25 more beautiful people to hit subscribe, and we'll be at 9,000 subs. We're on the road to 10K. But yeah, Mike Lindell, is running for governor of California, or I mean, oh my God, Minnesota. God, I'm so stupid. Um, and I just think it's crazy because he just got completely attacked by the government for telling the truth. Him and Alex Jones were on a show together talking about it, and it's gonna be interesting to watch. We need more people like that to run.
Influencers be like, look, Candace said she was, where's the stopping? And now we got all these bots saying it online. Again, it's obvious to everyone what this is. So why do you guys keep doing it? Like, was there a test that was done and you did see that it would take X amount of influencers to say the same thing and before someone broke? What's the purpose of this? It could not be more obvious. It's because you're doing too much. It's just like during COVID. You were just doing too much with the vaccines, right? Soon we're going to get that, by the way. The last thing we need, now that we've done the emotional, you're going to kill grandma. And why don't you care about grandma? Do you want grandma do you want grandma and grandpas to die? We are soon going to be offered stuff to stop talking about it. You know, when they give out coupons, they were, if you get the vaccine, free Popeyes. Don't go backs.
By the way, for the person who said that Michael and Dell never told the truth in the chat, you are so stupid if you don't know what I'm talking about. He was the one calling out the 2020 elections when it got stolen and they took everything from him. So, yeah, whatever. Thank you to Lulux for the subscription, Jennifer for the subscription. Thank you to Kari for the subscription. You guys are the best. God bless you guys. On the road to 10K. Let's continue to run it up.
Free Popeyes. Who's lining up? Okay, we'll give you 50% off of McDonald's if you vax up. Okay, if you don't go max, that's what you're gonna get. That seems to be the next. They got to give us a financial incentive to think that everything was above bar. It's so above bar, they won't do even the most basic things that they could really try to convince us. Speaking of discounts, if you want a regular copy of my book, Make Him a Sandwich, for 20% off, you can head to makehimasandwich.com. And we also ship to Canada signed copies, CandaceOwens.com. The book is available on Amazon. And yeah, I guess this Barry Weiss is now she's building like her career off of, what are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? I already had a book. I already had the same merch. I had all of this already happening. What is new here? What is actually new here? You're just saying stuff. You can't just say words. And it's sad that you need a teleprompter, by the way, Barry, for that.
We just need 16 more people to hit the subscribe button. We will be at 9,000 subs. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Again, we're on the road to 10K, so everybody hit that sub button, double tap that screen. 11 more double taps, we'll be at 300 likes. You guys are awesome. Hope you guys are having a good day, man. Christ is King. Brody, this is the third time YouTube didn't tell me you're on. I have everything clicked, receive notification. That is so annoying. Try and re-click it maybe. I don't know. Sometimes it does that. YouTube glitches and acts weird all the time. So, I don't know. YouTube is just, yeah.
I mean, come on. You need a teleprompter for that. It's so performative, and it's not.
But welcome in, Brody. I'm glad you're here. God bless you guys. Everybody who's here, God bless you guys. Happy Friday. Hope you guys have good plans for the weekend. It's almost Christmas. And for all the kids, it's almost Christmas break. My kids are so excited. Every day, I have it all decorated down here in the living room. Every day we come down, my oldest says, I can't wait till Christmas. I can't wait. She asked me for a VR headset, so. Oh, thank you, Stacy, again for becoming a member. Shout out to Stacy for becoming a member. See me now, soldier. Salute. Salute to my soldier. God bless you. Hope you're having a good day. Had to renew. I know. I noticed that yesterday when you gifted 5 memberships. I noticed your name wasn't a member anymore. So thank you for becoming a member again. I appreciate you. God bless. You're the best. As you guys know, all the people who support me are the reason why I can do this Monday through Friday. We just continue to run it up. We just continue to grow, and we're only going to continue to do so. We got a lot of shit we're going to do. We're going to achieve a lot with this channel, man. So God bless you guys. I hope you're having a good day. Stacy, thank you for becoming a member again. You are a goat, or you are the goat, greatest of all time. Don't think I'm actually calling you a goat, okay? Some people don't know what that means, but in this day and age, I'm sure you do. No, I'm just playing. 6 more beautiful people just need to double tap that screen, show some love and support. I appreciate everybody for being here. God bless you guys. But yeah, my kid asked for a VR headset, and it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see her play on it, and then my youngest too. It's gonna be funny watching my 3-year-old put it on and be like, "Whoa, salute."
Passing the test for anybody, the gut check. We have a comment here from Alicia, Alicia Yance writes, most can only dream of a friendship like yours and CK. As you said in 2018, the story of me and CK will be one for the ages. My hope is that our story will be about smashing limitations, a story of loyalty, trust, and imprinting the world if fearless enough, end quote. I don't even know where I said that. That was the original Go Max. I love to see that clip. Yeah. By the way, to the earlier comment about seeing that too, she's jealous of Erika. Like, what are you talking about? When Charlotte and I were hitting the road together, just so you guys know, here's a fun fact. I had a boyfriend. I had a whole boyfriend that entire time. It was just I was nowhere near Charlie's type, and Charlie was nowhere near mine. Okay? That was just a little brother. Truly was a little brother, and we had a lot of fun together. So that is ridiculous.
Oh, electric drum set sounds very fun too. Yeah, I just love Christmas. I love this time of year. I love the holidays, everything.
That weird push is reeking of similar desperation, because I think we're getting close. I think this is all reaction, as some of you have pointed out in the comments from yesterday's episode, that suddenly we started talking about Pierre and that $1 billion incentive, and they went crazy. They started going max. So we should stay focused on our investigations. Cassie writes, I am sorry, but I am just not understanding Erika's responses. It does feel elite. People with power and money trying to hold on to something taped together with lies and deception, attacking people for asking valid questions. Yeah, it feels like they rule over us. And they don't care. They don't care at all. And they want us to know that they have these connections and that they know media honchos and that they have the best PR firms and that you're evil and you're demonic and for wanting to make $100 a day. If you're making videos on YouTube about ballistics, or thousands of dollars a day, if you're making videos talking about something that you're passionate about, which are state-sanctioned lies, whether that be Brigitte, Coming Brigitte series, and don't forget Coming Brigitte. Nobody was talking about that in the West, in the English-speaking world. It's an obscure topic that I got passionate about. And what is Brigitte saying in court? What is he saying in court? Oh, she's doing this for money and clicks. It's always the same arguments. For money and for clicks.
We just need 9 more beautiful people to hit the subscribe button. We'll be at 9,000 subs. Thank you guys so much for love and support today. We are running it up. What do you guys got planned for the holidays? Let me know in the chat. Put politics aside, everything else aside. We are all humans on this earth. We're in this together. So I love you guys, as I hope it's reciprocated, you know. But let me know what you guys got planned for the holidays. I love this time of year, except for the fact that it's negative 10 degrees out right now. Snow everywhere. But hey, I got the song stuck in my head. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Yeah. Stuck in my head every day. I wake up singing it, but I just love this time of year. Maybe it's because on the 2nd of this month, it was a year anniversary since I got custody of my girls. So just love this time of year.
But when they make the videos accusing you of doing it for money and clicks, they're not doing that for money and clicks. They're doing that because, well, if you want to know about the Bible, if you don't want to know about biblical stuff, that's what I'm here for. My content's not for you.
Do I have Cash App? Yes, I do have a Cash App. But you guys can also, if you guys want to get your name on the donor wall, send your super chats through. I do have a 5 super chat goal up of $20 and above. Try and have a daily goal of $100. But yeah, get your name on the super chat wall by sending super chats through. YouTube does take a brutal 30%, so go ahead and go in my description and hit the Streamlabs link, and it'll bring you on to Streamlabs, and you can donate through there. But yeah, I do have a Cash App. 2 more beautiful people need double tap that screen. Be at 300 likes. Man, we are running it up, dude. Never thought I'd even reach 1,000 subs, let alone almost 10K. And we're just on the road to 100K, man. We're gonna have that plaque soon. That silver plaque will be behind us soon, guys. And it's not just because of me; it's because of us. We're all doing this together.
Content is simply not for you. Okay. I will find a proverb. I'll pluck a proverb from the Bible and start using that. Maybe that will make it make sense for some people. If I'm a fraud and I say, oh, well, what we can extrapolate from this biblical text is that 30-06s don't stop human necks, then You just have to accept it because it becomes biblical.
Yeah, I love just sitting, like, I have a bunch of Christmas lights up in the living room over here. Christmas trees up, everything. I just love, like, turning off the lights, letting the Christmas lights be the lights, and turning on Christmas movies and watching them with my girls. That's the best feeling in the world, is snuggling up to your kids and watching movies.
I have a comment here from Diane. She writes, why did they have to tell us the color of Tyler's shirt, maroon? Why was that important to highlight? I didn't even think about that at the time, but there is obviously an angle here, and we are still working on it, that the Maroon Boys, as I pointed out, and they're now trying to say, that's so crazy. And apparently they also mentioned the Maroon Boys in Erika's propagandized piece that's going to come out with Barry Weiss. They're going to mention the Maroon Boys because their strategy is, that's just so crazy. But all the men in the military are like, no, Candace, that's not crazy at all. That represents Air Force. And also that 10th Brigade, it turns out their color, the 10th Mountain Brigade, maroon. So we're on the right track, and we're going to keep pushing. You can't keep.
Thank you to everybody for the subscriptions, man. Sorry, I'm just trying to look into something. Thank you to Nikki Lee for the subscription. Thank you to Boris for the subscription. Thank you to Leanne. Thank you to Chameleon. To Mika, thank you. Kimberly, appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Patrima, I appreciate every single one of you guys. God bless you guys, man. Jesus is king.
Calling everybody crazy and thinking that that wins the argument. Laughter, elite laughter, like they're just in their private clubs, like, maroon shirts, Egyptian planes. It's elitist and scrappy.
We are at 8,999 subs, man.
There is
8,999 subs. We just need one more person to hit the subscribe button. We will be at 9,000 subs. Thank you so much. Sam Darko, thank you for the subscription. God bless. 9K, man. We just need 1K more to hit 10K, man. We are running it up. I cannot wait. You know what's going to be awesome is the unboxing video of the silver plaque. It's going to be lit. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Documentary that is available on our website, What a Woman Is.
Yeah, to Stacy, I'm getting a Discord ready. For some reason, it's locked me out, but I will have a Discord group going up. So that's why all you guys need to hit your notification bell, so when I post the Discord, you'll be notified and you can hop on it. Hopefully it'll be today that I get it done. Oh, I got a phone call coming. Hold on.
And it goes right along with the book that I wrote, when you learn the history of feminism. And I say this as someone who thought I was a feminist when I was young. Then I learned the history and where it comes from and witchcraft and all of this stuff. It's quite stunning. I'm going to show you guys a little preview from this documentary, What a Woman Is. Take a listen.
It's been answered simply, a woman is not a man. But in our age, it's never been answered with any specificity what a woman actually is.
The main thing that people need to grasp is that patriarchy is reality. You have no choice between patriarchy and no patriarchy.
Feminism is one of the key elements they had to do first to bring about all the other revolutions. So whether it's the 60s counterculture revolution or whether it's the biological trans revolution, all of that had to be preceded by the feminist revolution first.
In marriage, the reason you can't have mutual submission is because there will be times in which decisions have to be made in which the wife and the husband do not necessarily agree. This is why ultimately, in the end, the husband has to be the head of the household and make the final decision.
Scripture does not give us a safe place from the directives of God.
So any woman who's truly feminine, according to a feminist, is degraded.
Are you interested in knowing what the truth is? Are you willing to submit to the truth? Now you need to be ready to change whatever plans you think you had. You have to decide what kind of woman you want to be.
Sorry guys, had to take that phone call. I'm getting the injection in my back on the 15th again. So I had to take the phone calls to a little thing that they always ask for. Thank you so much for the 9,000 subs, guys. You guys are awesome. We are at 9,005 subs. We ran it up today. We are at 309 likes. You guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you guys. To the person who was wondering what my Cash App was, I'll put it in the chat. So if y'all want to support your boy, and you guys, if y'all want to support your boy, my Cash App's in the chat. If you guys want to get your name written on the donor wall, you guys can send through your super chats, get your name written on the wall live. YouTube does take a brutal 30%, so go ahead and hit the Streamlabs link in the description. Other than that, all I need is you guys' likes and your subscriptions. We're trying to run the channel up to 100K, man. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you guys feel like I deserve a blessing and you want to go a step further, hit the super chat button. Send your super chats through that way. Appreciate every single one of you guys. God bless. Let's finish this and let's move on to the next topic.
I wrote the book "Make Him a Sandwich" because once I started looking into the history of feminism, I was shocked.
No, you're good, Brody. You're good, Brody. I appreciate the dedication, brother. God bless.
If you are a feminist, or you're like, oh, I always thought it was about equality between the sexes, which is what I thought. That was my default public school setting. Dig deeper. Challenge yourself to learn the history of the feminist movement, and what he is saying there is true. That was the first revolution that had to happen in order for all of the other ones that came behind it. And of course, it is government sanctioned, CIA, actually a lot of homosexual men that are behind it, if I'm being explicit. Anyways, that documentary is now available
All right,
on our
we're
website.
done with this video here.
It is.
They tried to take away my voice. They targeted my banks. They targeted my suppliers. They even took my phone, and I run my entire business enterprise off my phone. They didn't just attack me, they also went after my employee-owned company, My Pillow. Well, it didn't work. I'm still standing, My Pillow is still standing, and now I want you to know that I will stand for you as the next governor of the state of Minnesota. As the next governor of Minnesota, I will stand for your rights. Together we will restore respect for law and order. If you are here illegally, now's the time to leave, or you're going to be sent back where you came from.
Have you spoken to President Trump about your run this year or next year? And
all I did was talk to him in August. I said I'm thinking of running for the governor of Minnesota. It was a very quick thing, and he didn't react either way, one way or another. But I was there for a lot more important things like the employee retention credits and stuff for our country. That he did change that too. It was a very good thing for all businesses.
He has my vote. Has anyone heard about this David case? I know we're kind of jumping off a different topic, but this is one of the most crazy cases ever. There's this singer called David, right? He's like has famous TikTok songs. And back when he was on tour, there was this girl named Celeste Rivas who was found in the trunk of his Tesla. And he hasn't been arrested yet, but I think he's going to be soon. Very beautiful young girl who was found dismembered in his trunk. And it's a pretty insane case. I just want to watch this quick. But yeah, Mike Lindell's got my vote. Governor Walz is just terrible. Completely is ruining a beautiful state like Minnesota. And it needs to change. So everybody go out and vote. If you're in Minnesota, go out and vote for the right person, man. You guys, this time in history is more important than ever when it comes to our votes, and it comes to us being educated and paying attention to who has our best interests at heart. And so, yeah.
One who is about to get arrested in the case involving the death of Celeste Rivas, and it is not David. We know a lot. Let me download you on what we found out. So this week, there has been a witness before the grand jury, and he is intimately involved in David's life, the singer David, who the LAPD and the LA County DA says is a suspect in what they believe is the murder of Celeste Rivas. His name is Robert Morgenroth. Robert Morgenroth is the head of Mogul Vision, which is the label for David. But more than just the executive, the general manager, he is a manager. He manages David, and he is involved in David's day-to-day life and clearly knows a lot. So on Monday, Morgenroth was in the hallway with his lawyer, and there were people around, and they weren't.
Yeah, Momo, I agree with you, but be careful, because that's going to be their new thing now, especially with the Democrats. It's going to be their new thing, is saying, I don't take AIPAC money. I don't take any money from Israel. Like, that's going to be the new thing, dude. Like, we're just going to have to keep our truth goggles on, and we're going to have to pay attention closely for a long time.
Sitting or standing right next to them, but the hallway echoes. And it was clear to people around there that there was a conversation that Morgenroth was having with his lawyer. And he was recounting what happened inside the grand jury room with the prosecutor in the case. The prosecutor, Beth Silverman, according to Morgenroth, here's what he said. She was very pushy on why I didn't call police. And then he went on to say that he said, in response to that, he said, quote, I feel like I didn't have the responsibility to do that and just wanted to continue with the tour. Now, we do not know the context of this, but when the DA is grilling him about not calling the police, that has to involve a crime. You're not going to call the police because somebody didn't show up for work. You're going to call the police if there's some kind of crime involved, especially since this is a case involving what the DA says is a crime. So we don't know what Morgenroth knew that would require him, according to the DA, to pick up a telephone and call the police. But there's something. And again, he was involved in David's day-to-day life. So, okay, there is more. There is another manager in this same company, and his name is Josh Marshall. That name may be familiar to you because Josh Marshall was the guy who leased the house in the Hollywood Hills that David was staying at. It is the same house that the LAPD raided pursuant to a search warrant just shortly after Celeste's body was found inside David's Tesla. We are told by law enforcement sources that that house and that search was really critical in their investigation. So Josh Marshall, who leased the house, who signed the lease, is part of the company Mogul Vision.
You donated, bro? Let me see. Was it through Snap or Cash App? Yeah, bro, I got it, dude. I did get it, Matt. I appreciate you, homie. And again, don't worry about none of that, dude. You don't have to worry about how much you donate. Like I said, just your subscriptions and your likes are enough. Just you supporting the channel by subscribing, being here every day, liking the videos, liking the streams, and commenting. That's enough. And for you to go the extra mile and send, super chats or something through Cash App is a blessing, and blessings aren't, just I don't just deserve a blessing. They're given when you feel like I deserve it. So thank you so much. And I know, times are tough right now. So like I said, I don't expect anything like that. I mean, does it help? Yes, of course. But thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. God bless you. And it means a lot to me. Again, at the end of the day, just your subscriptions and you being here is enough. You going that extra mile and blessing me, that is awesome. So thank you so much. Even if it was a penny, like, I would still be just as appreciative. So thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. God bless you. And trust me, you won't regret supporting this channel and supporting your boy. Um, I definitely will be making you proud. And trust me, one of these days I'm gonna return it to a lot of you guys soon. Especially when it comes to giveaways, I'm gonna do. Once we get to 10K, I'm doing a giveaway. It's not gonna be nothing too crazy, but definitely doing a little giveaway is something. So I appreciate every single one of you guys, man, and especially to you, Matt. Don't ever feel like you didn't, donate enough, because even just a donation is awesome. So thank you so much again, brother. I always feel like I can't come up with enough words to thank people. So just know that you really do have my my grace, or my gratitude. Women have to work because too many bum men. Hmm. I'm on YouTube, so I can't comment.
That Morgan Roth is also involved with. Morgan Roth and Josh Marshall are both managers of David. So they seem to know a lot about David. I don't know, we don't know, if Josh Marshall was called as a witness. I would frankly be very surprised if he wasn't. But Morgan Roth testified for at least 3 days. We don't know if he was testifying last week as well. One other interesting thing happened on Tuesday. Morgan Roth went into a courtroom that is next to where the grand jury was hearing the testimony. And along with Morgan Roth, the DA, Beth Silverman, also walked in. Now that's important because when there's some...
By the way, Matt, I will write your name down on the donor wall. I gotta get that done. I'll write your name down on the donor wall, bro. I didn't forget. I'm gonna let this play. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Thing that happens in the grand jury where there's a dispute, for example, if a witness won't answer a question and the DA is pressing for an answer, if there's a stalemate, the DA can go to the judge and force the witness to testify, or at least get the judge to do that. We don't know if that's why they walked in, but both Morgan Roth and Beth Silverman walked into that courtroom. And when they did, we have a reporter who was down there who was in the courtroom, and the judge kicked our reporter out and closed the hearing. So something was going on about what was happening in the grand jury room, and it may well be there was some dispute over what Morgan Roth would or would not say. But again, we don't know what that is. Now let's go to Wednesday, because this gets even more interesting. So I told you that Beth Silverman is the DA. Morgan Roth's lawyer is a woman by the name of Evan Janess. So this is after the conversation on Monday. On Wednesday, Beth Silverman, the prosecutor, walks out into the hallway and starts talking to attorney Evan Janess. And what we are told by people who are around there is that, that Beth Silverman was very frustrated and said that she would have a judge issue a body attachment to a female witness that was supposed to appear before.
I gotta go now, but I will continue to watch your channel. So thank you so much, and continue to put out good content and spreading the truth. The world needs more of that right now. Thank you. And you have a good day, buddy. Appreciate you, Matt. You have a good day too, and God bless you. Stay safe, brother, in this world of craziness. Thank you again for the donation, brother. I'm gonna put your name down on the wall. My wall is filling up. I gotta move to a different wall eventually, but Thank you again, bro. You have a good day. Hopefully you don't have to work too hard. And I will continue to make you guys proud and continue to try and put out the best content that I can. And you won't regret supporting me, brother. So thank you so much, and God bless you.
For the grand jury, a witness whom Janess represents. Remember, Janess also represents Morgan Roth. So apparently this witness didn't show up, and Beth Silverman seemed frustrated, according to the people there, and said to Janess, I'm going to have a body attachment placed on this woman, and we're going to have her taken to court. That's an arrest, taken to court to appear before the grand jury. So we don't know if that woman also has a connection to Morgan Roth, who is again represented by Evan Janess. So there are a lot of connections here. Connections between Josh Marshall and Morgan Roth, both of whom...
Yeah, puff, puff, pass. I really don't smoke cigarettes anymore. It's kind of like just so when I'm sitting here and like want to fidget. So like I just smoke a little bit. As you guys know, I've like cut down a lot. If you watch my streams from before, I like smoke a lot more. But I've cut down. I really don't smoke cigarettes anymore. But like smoking weed on stream, I would love to do it, but I just can't. Like I'm not as like talkative and coherent. Like I am, but like I just feel like I put things together and give better content when I'm not smoking. I do smoke after I do have my green card, but I just feel like when I smoke on stream, it slows me down a little bit, and I feel like you guys deserve better than that. So that's why I just kind of sit here and do my best when it comes to, whatever. 9,011 subs. Thank you guys so much. We're getting like 60 subs today, man. You guys are awesome.
Were really intimately involved in David's day-to-day life.
See what else is going on in news today.
Let's bring in Trey Gowdy, Fox News contributor and former South Carolina congressman, for more on this. I know that you're just a simple country lawyer, Trey, but what do you make of what's going on and what?
Pumpkin McSpicy. Aw, is that a picture of your precious angel on your sweater? Yes, it is. I try not to overwear it because my son, this is my son who passed away at 3 months old from SIDS. And by the way, now they're making it mandatory when a kid passes away from SIDS, they have to look at the last vaccination they got mandatorily now, which is an awesome law to pass, because I truly feel like that's what took my son from me. Allegedly. I mean, there's no proof of that, obviously, because there was no way for me to figure that out back then. But yeah, this is my son who passed away from 3 months old, 3 months old from SIDS. And I want to get another sweater with him on it, but I don't like wear it out in public too much. Well, I wear it out in public, but I don't wear it to like say something where I'm going to be working hard or other things like that, because this picture right here, it's kind of peeling off. I gotta try and glue it back on. But yeah, I always wear this because it feels like he's close to me. I have his ashes with me here, so his and my dad's ashes I have right next to my or in my house with me, right next to me at all times. So appreciate you guys for the kind words. I appreciate you guys.
Now is the biggest legal stage in America.
Yeah, I would say a couple of things. You know, cameras aren't allowed at all in federal court. And for the most part, we have a lot of confidence in the...
And by the way, you guys are saying stuff about vaxes. Like, dude, you can do your research yourself. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and go over it. There was one person that, because in vax court, it's non-liable. Like, you can't ever take anyone to vax court. There's only been one person that won in vax court, and it was his family who had their, I think it was like 12-month-old son, something like that, who went and got 10 different vaccines, and the next day or a certain amount of hours passed and he passed away. So you guys can all think what you want in the chat, do your research, actually think for yourself instead of saying all that. But yeah,
outcome. So I would not conflate public with the presence of cameras. This trial is going to be public. Anyone who wants to go watch it can. That's a separate issue from whether or not to allow cameras. And I can tell you the judge is not worried about the American people. He's not even primarily worried about the defendant. He's worried about the jury. He wants to protect the anonymity of the jury. And can you trust the television camera operators to protect those 12 people and their anonymity? The other thing I would say to Sandra is stop trying to figure out the mind.
Do you guys ever like think about thinking for yourselves, like go grab vaccine packets and read what's in them and stuff like that? Like do research that's not just fed to you by the government.
Of someone who is capable of doing what Tyler Robinson did. You will never be able to understand the mind of someone who is capable of scalding their children to death, of drowning their children, of bludgeoning an elderly couple to death, all of which I saw in my career. Be mindful of this, though. That little smirk you see on Tyler Robinson's face, you may see it again in the penalty phase of a death penalty trial where the absence of remorse is relevant. It's not relevant in the guilt phase, but in the sentencing phase, you can show that little smirk to the jury, and I guarantee you the jury's reaction will be the same as yours, and it won't be good for Tyler Robinson.
Wow. Yeah. Just incredibly difficult for all of us who are taking that in. It's happening. We've got the
Pharmacist here, 100% agree with you. Thank you.
video playing there. Obviously, we don't have a view in the courtroom right now. But Trey, take us through what may be happening right now. We're all sort of waiting for the cameras to open back up in the room.
100% Clooney. I wish I could go back and do things differently too. It really makes me wonder if he'd still be here. He'd be 5. So I appreciate you guys for being here. God bless you guys. We're not here to talk about vaccines. We're here to, have time to, we're here to be together and love each other. So God bless you guys. I love my community, and I always will stand by. I have the best community on YouTube. So
when the judge is allowed to do so, I mean, this is the first time, I reiterate, that we are able to see him in that courtroom, Trey. And this is a big moment for the country, who remembers that day all too well 3 months ago. That heinous murder that played out before people live there on the scene, and for all of us who learned in the minutes and hours that followed.
Yeah, and that's the exact same guy you're seeing right now. And you can put him in whatever shirt you want to put him in, and you can put him in whatever suit you want to put him in, and you can keep the leg irons or you can take them off. But that's the exact same guy you're watching right now, is the one that shot Charlie Kirk from a couple hundred yards because he happened to disagree with his political beliefs. That's the same guy sitting in between his defense attorneys right now. And that's what the prosecutor is going to have to convince the jury. I think they're going to have a really easy job. What the judge is trying to do, and I don't want to depart from my colleagues, but if you have a security plan for the courtroom, why would you make it public? I mean, honestly, isn't that counterintuitive to have a security plan and then publicize it? I want the trial to be public because that's what Erika Kirk wants, and I defer to the victim and their family. But the security plan itself, it should not be public.
Yeah, well, that's what the judge is deciding right now.
I appreciate all you guys' love and support, man. If you guys want to get your name on the donor wall, send through your super chats. Any super chat will get your name on the donor wall. I do have a 5 super chat goal up of $20 and above. I hope you guys are all... oh, never mind. The goal has ended. I'll do 5 super chats, any color. Here, we'll start a goal here. 5 super chats, any color. Time it for 30 minutes, and it's get your name on the donor wall. Oop. Oh my gosh, dude. I am so stupid. But yeah, get your name on the donor wall by sending through your super chats, man. Show some love and support, or become a member. Tier 1, see me now, soldier. Tier 2, see me now, general. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. As you guys know, your guys' super chats and your guys' donations help this channel continue to expand and grow and upgrade it in the studio. We are partnered with W Energy, so if I have any gym bros in this chat, go to W Energy and shop now for their recent collab with Bleeding Orange Chainsaw Man. I don't know anything about anime, but apparently it's, a collaboration with the movie Reze, or Reze. I don't know what the hell that is. But use code all caps, no spaces, see me now for 10% off. Show some love and support, man. Go to W Energy, see me now, all caps, no spaces. Shop now for the latest things that they have dropping, whether you want a bundle with a shaker bottle and some samples, or you want to just go all in and get a tub. I do have my stuff that they're sending me for free to come review here. So once it gets here next week, we will review it on camera. I do like this one though. So this little tiger water bottle, I think is fucking dope. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, go to wenergy.com. All caps, no spaces. See me now.
So today, Charlie Kirk's suspected killer is making his first in-person court appearance.
A Utah judge will hear arguments about media access and consider the defense request to be.
All right, at this point, I'm all about people's free speech, but Lisa, you are getting kicked from the channel, bro. I'm so sick and tired of hearing you or seeing you just say stuff down there, bro. I usually don't kick people, but some people just really get on my nerves, right? Instead of just sitting here and trying to at least, you know, be decent. You can't be decent, and you're gonna be kicked the hell out of here. I've worked my whole life, and the difference between me and you is I'm gonna sit here and believe in myself regardless of whatever other people think. I'm gonna stick to the script, like Nipsey Hussle said. Stick to the script. Stick to the script. I don't care if I go broke. I don't care if the door closes. That's the way the game goes. But I'm not gonna look back on my deathbed and be like, God, I was really doing good on my YouTube and I quit, and that was my dream to do YouTube full time and to have a good community. That was my dream, and I just gave up on it. I'm not gonna be one of those people. So if you have a problem with that, then don't watch me. I really don't care. But I'm not gonna stop pursuing my dreams because you people have judgmental brains.
And cameras in the courtroom.
Janley Painter joins us now with the details. Janley.
Hey, good morning. The accused assassin, Tyler Robinson, will be in court as his lawyers push to further limit media access in the case. A coalition of national and local news organizations is fighting it. The judge must weigh the public's right to know details of the case against his.
Amber, you are so correct. It's nice to see I have some smart people in the chat. Most of my community is super smart, but I do have people who come in here who are just ridiculously low IQ and mean. So, but that's about, that's what it's about being on the internet. That's, the life I signed up for. So I'm not worried about it at all. I can handle it. But it's nice seeing some people who come into the chat and actually, have done research and bring things up that, other people should know themselves, but they don't choose to figure it out, even though it's all right in front of them on the internet. So, but yeah, God bless you guys. I hope everybody's having a good day, man. We're going to continue to run it up. We're going to continue to be successful. Don't let these haters get to you. I'm not going to let these haters get to me. Fuck them. Let's continue to get up.
Attorney's concerns that the media attention could interfere with Robinson's right to a fair trial. Robinson's defense has already asked the judge to ban cameras in the courtroom, something Charlie Kirk's widow, Erika, opposes, calling for full transparency and access of her husband's murder case.
There were cameras all over my husband when he was murdered. There have been cameras all over my friends and family mourning. There have been cameras all over me, analyzing my every move, analyzing my every smile.
Yeah, people are jealous that I just hit 10 or 9K, almost to 10K. I mean, it is what it is. %, Ack, 100%. But yeah, I mean, I'm not vaccinating my kids either. I mean, it's everybody's choice, but I'm not doing that. My youngest daughter has reactive airway syndrome, or like asthma, and I truly think that that's from those as well. But I don't have any proof, so I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not getting into all the vax stuff. I'm not trying to get my channel deleted, but yeah. Hope everybody's having a good day, man. God bless you guys. Sorry, guys. I was looking at something that had to do with my LLC. Thank you so much, Stacy. I appreciate you. You know I love you. Sorry, I was looking at something that had to do with my LLC.
My every tear. We deserve to have cameras in there.
The 22-year-old.
Dude, as you guys know, like the reason why I go, like I'm chasing my dreams so hard is because I could have been a statistic. As you guys know, I'm 5 years sober. After I lost my son, I fell off to addiction. I got myself clean because I had the epiphany of, am I going to be a statistic? Am I going to be a failure? Are my kids going to grow up and not have a father because I was selfish and wanted to do drugs? Or am I going to get sober, pursue my dreams, and give my kids the best life they can have? And that's what I'm doing right now. So
Faces numerous charges in the shooting death of Charlie Kirk on September 10th, including aggravated murder, felony discharge of a firearm, and 2 counts of obstruction. Prosecutors have said they intend to seek the death penalty in this case, guys.
Yep, it all begins, and it's going to be drawn out. Thanks so much, Janley. Appreciate it.
He has to wear street clothes in court for these pretrial hearings. He has to be shackled, but you can't take a picture of him or be filmed because they don't want the jury pool to be tainted.
Yeah, they want safety in the courtroom because obviously he's been suicidal as well in moments. He wanted to end it before.
Thank you to everybody for having the kind words in the chat. I appreciate you guys. God bless you.
He turned himself in.
And if I can do it, you can do it. That's why I'm building this community. That's why I'm building this channel, is because I want to build a community of like-minded people who have passions, who have integrity, who search for truth, and who are kind, so we can all support each other, because it takes a village.
But it's also protecting the public as well. We have a right to see what's going on in the courtroom. Meanwhile, Ainsley's a powerful moment from Erika Kirk.
Thank you so much, Stacy. God bless you.
There's been a lot of nonsense online, conspiracy theories, and I think she has had it, and she finally...
Thank you guys again for all the kind words in the chat. God bless.
She's done. She's
let the country know what's on her mind. Here she is.
I do not have time to address the noise. My silence does not mean that I am complacent. My silence does not mean that somehow Turning Point USA and all of the handpicked staff that loved my husband and my husband loved them is somehow in on it. We are busy building. We are all grieving in our own way, and they are trying to find.
Oh, they're gonna allow, guys. They're gonna allow cameras in there. They're just not gonna allow certain things to be filmed. Thank you to Banana Showtime for the subscription. God bless you. And thank you to Anne Marie. Well, I thought that said Kanya for a minute. I thought you had my last name. I was like, what?
That happened. That was so evil.
Because I don't know anyone that has my last name. Like, seriously, I haven't met any of my dad's family. So to me, I'm the only Kanya out here. So I've been sober 5 years as well. Congratulations. Life is better without hangovers. God bless you. And yeah, congratulations on your 5 years. Yeah, no, I fell into pills really bad. And I'm very transparent about it because I feel like if I tell my story, I can help other people. And it's just, you know, at some point when you're addicted, you just get sick of doing it. Like, I used to look at myself every day and be like, am I really this person? Like, I went from being the captain of the hockey team and being this person who had such integrity to being a low-life piece of crap. And it was just like, am I going to keep being this low-life piece of crap? Or am I going to crawl out of this disease and make myself better and be a good role model for my kids? Now look at me. I'm a single father, one full custody of my daughters, put them through private school. I'm chasing my dreams, and life couldn't be any better. So I'm very proud of myself, and I'm happy to help anyone else that wants to go down the same route. So God bless you guys.
They are trying so hard, and I get that. We're doing the same. Anytime we hear a lead or anytime we hear anything, we send it to the authorities. Please dig into this. No rock will be unturned. I want justice for my husband, for myself, for my family, more than anyone else out there.
Yes, I played hockey. I played center, and I was captain of the team, guys, 2 years or 3 years.
So for me, you want to keep telling me to come down while we're building? I don't have time for that. But here's my breaking point on that. Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because
yeah, we already watched this. I just can't watch her. Like, she's so cringe. Like, bro, you made so much fucking money off his death. It's just ridiculous.
CTC has
like ridiculous, dude. Like, you made hundreds of you made $100-something plus million, bro.
Tensions are escalating in the Caribbean after the U.S. seized a Venezuelan oil tanker, prompting sharp condemnation from President Maduro. Washington has intensified sanctions and expanded its military presence in the region, while Russia and Belarus have reached out to back Maduro as the standoff deepens. Now, as these rival powers, they circle and tensions also harden. The Caribbean standoff now hangs on a knife's edge. Nishchoy Roy reports.
A major flashpoint is unfolding in the Caribbean as a
100%, bro.
dramatic standoff unfolds between Venezuela and the United States.
Yeah, okay, hold on. There was one person that commented on my video, and it was, I agreed with it 100%. And I'm gonna read it off. You guys can also go check out my video I posted yesterday or the day before here. But it was this one right here. TPUSA is funded by massive donations from millionaires and an elite class of politically influential activists who receive substantial tax breaks. Its board members live tax-free, lavish lifestyles in mansions with luxury cars, vacations, housekeepers, nannies, expensive jewelry, and clothes, all financed through tax-exempt donations prompted religious and political division among the American people. The organization moves massive amounts of money to obscure its trail. It must be investigated for tax fraud by Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays. That comment on my latest video hit it on the head. So, yeah, hit it on the head. Whoever commented that, amen to you.
All right, meantime,
without you being healthy, your children will suffer. They need to be stronger and healthier. I agree. I'm all about strong and healthy. And I'm not even sponsored by it, but Haya, it's this kids vitamin supplement company or whatever, and they got to decorate their own vitamin bottle. But I'm big into health is wealth for sure. Like I said, a legacy isn't just money and companies, and also a legacy is what you leave with your kids that they'll remember forever. You know, so like being healthy, giving them proper advice and teaching them proper ways, like all of it. You know what I mean? Especially with my youngest daughter, her asthma, I make sure that she like organic milk, things like that. Because, you know, I feel like you can cure yourself by being healthy and clean and all that.
Erika Kirk responding to conspiracy theories surrounding the assassination of her late husband, Charlie, while vowing to carry on his legacy.
This was happening before Charlie was murdered. Both of us have been through the ringer of people will call you whatever they want to call you. They will. But I have seen it firsthand impact the people that I love, and I'm done. I'm done. And if
you guys will just find a problem with anything I do, like Brendan, like what? I'm not promoting nothing. I'm just saying a company I got vitamins from for my daughters. Like, you're tripping, okay? You are tripping.
people think that I was just going to wilt away, I'm not going to sit in a corner and cry and be in fetal position. This is a duty to my husband, and it's an absolute honor.
Joining us now is senior writer for the Washington Examiner and Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, it is incredible how complicated people have made all of this for Erika Kirk, and there's also a real level of cruelty to some of these comments as well. What do you make of those remarks from her yesterday?
Well, the cruelty you certainly see on places like Blue Sky, and to
I really want to know what's going on with Venezuela.
With Venezuela, now that we've seized this tanker, is the campaign...
Yeah, we just seized the oil tanker from Venezuela.
against Venezuela still just about drugs, or is it now also about oil?
Well, it's about a lot of things, but one of the things it's about is the fact that
It's
they've
definitely about oil. They have the highest concentrated amount of oil in the world.
allowed millions of people to come into our country from their prisons, from gangs, from drug dealers, and from mental institutions, probably proportionately more than anybody else. They came in from many countries. We're getting them out. We had 11,888 murderers come into our country. Many of them are from Venezuela. We had thousands of Tren de Aragua, the gang, come in from, which they say is the most violent gang. I don't know, MS-13 is pretty bad, but Tren de Aragua, they say, is the most violent gang. That comes from the prisons of Venezuela. It came out of the prisons of Venezuela. So it has to do with a lot of things. They've treated us badly, and I guess now we're not treating them so good. If you look at the drug traffic by sea is down 92%. And nobody can figure out who the 8% is, because I have no idea. Anybody getting involved in that right now is not doing well. And we'll start that on land, too. It's going to be starting on land pretty soon. Thank you, Peter.
Mr. President, in Indiana, just a few moments ago, the Senate there rejected the congressional maps to redistrict in that state. A number of Republicans voted against that redistricting effort. You have spent a lot of time talking about this. The Vice President traveled to Indiana. What's your reaction?
Well, we won every other state. That's the only state. It's funny because I won Indiana all 3 times by a landslide, and I wasn't working on it very hard. Would have been nice. I think we would have picked up 2 seats if we did that. You had one gentleman, the head of the Senate, I guess, Bray, whatever his name is. I heard he was against it. He'll probably lose his next primary, whenever that is. I hope he does, but because he's done a tremendous disservice. I mean, think of it.
Has anyone seen like that guy from Chicago, and he's making plastiline or whatever, converting plastic into gasoline, or like plastic gasoline? Dude, that's the future. And I don't know why we don't work on that more. That guy should be like completely subsidized, and we should be working on that, because then we would have an infinite amount of fuel.
Great place. I love the people there. They love me. You know, we won in a landslide all 3 times. Got tremendous votes. I got record votes. And then there's no reason for doing that. And the Democrats do it to us, so I can't imagine that they do it. But I wasn't very much involved. But there's a man named Bray, as head of the Senate. Was that Bray? Is that the name, Bray? I mean, I'm sure that whenever his primary is, it's I think in 2 years. But I'm sure he'll go down. He'll go down. I'll certainly support anybody that wants to go against him.
All right, guys, I am going to head
Continuing
off.
our team coverage, the national news desk, Jeff Harris joins us. And this pressure campaign, Jeff.
All right, I'm going to get off here in a minute. We'll cover this video. I just want to check on Venezuela quick. Then I'm going to get off. I have to take my kids out of school early today because we're going to a doctor appointment. But again, if you guys want to get your name written down on the Super Wall, help support your boy and the growth of the channel, along with anything that we have to upgrade, send your super chats through. Get your name written on the donor wall. I do have a 5 super chat goal up of any color and above. I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. I have a 5 super chat goal. So 5 super chats, any color and above. Get your name written on the donor wall. God bless you guys. Thank you for being here today. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. It is negative 10 degrees outside where I'm from, and it's a little rough, but we're gonna, figure it out. We're, bundle up and fucking get shit done.
Venezuela, now that we've seized this tanker, is the campaign against Venezuela still just about drugs, or is it now also?
Watch that part.
U.S. designates TDA as a foreign terrorist organization. Then in July, the Treasury sanctions another cartel group as global terrorists. Let's come back to this in a moment. From August now, U.S. deploys major military naval assets near Venezuela. And then early September, you got the U.S. strikes on 22 smuggling boats.
Thank you, Pumpkin. I
killing
appreciate
86
you. Thank you
people
for the
so far to
subscription.
date. November last month, the USS Gerald Ford, the largest in the...
And I hug my children every day, Ack. Trust me. I hate when I have to let them go at school. I miss them all the time.
Carrier strike group deployed off the coast of Venezuela. 3 weeks ago, the U.S. formally designates this.
Thank you so much to Christ Always Unity. That's not the first time you've super chatted either. I appreciate you for being a continuous supporter of the channel. Thank you for the $20 dono. Let me see if I can't find the marker quick. Oh, there it is. Found the marker. I'm going to write your name down real quick. $20. Natalie, that's right. That's right. I've been wondering, Natalie, where you've been. Okay? I'm sorry that I didn't get it right first time. Where you been at, Natalie? I was just talking about you yesterday and how I have how there's people that come in the channel, they're on certain episodes for a while and then I haven't seen them for a while. I've missed you. I miss Anna too. There's a lot of people who I really love seeing on the channel. Like I love seeing all of you, but I hate seeing when you guys disappear for a little while. I've missed you, Natalie. Thank you for coming in and being here, and thank you for such a generous donation. God bless you and your family, and I appreciate you again. I won't let you down for supporting the channel. And I'm sorry, but I just love the way that Sharpies smell. Don't call me a marker sniffer. For some reason, I got a waft of it and it smelled good. But thank you so much for a $20 dono, Natalie. I appreciate you. That's 1 out of 5 super chats. We have 5 super chats left. Or we have 4 more people who just need to super chat and we'll reach our goal. Again, I've never reached a super chat goal before. We've been close. We got 3 out of 5 before, but we never got 5 out of 5 super chats. Be very interesting to see what happens. I'm sure it's nothing crazy, but I've never reached a goal. Your uncle passed away? Well, I'm so sorry to hear that. My condolences to you, Natalie. I appreciate you for such a generous donation. You didn't have to do that. I hope you're doing all right, and I'm sorry to hear about your uncle passing away. It always sucks when you lose someone, especially when it's a part of your family. So I hope you're doing good, and God bless you. And here's a hug through the screen. Come here. Come here. All right. I gave you a hug. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I love you guys, man. I just love my community on here. I'm sorry to hear about your loss. Oh, I forgot to cover it. Yo, my best friend's sister's killer is finally being held accountable, you guys. You guys remember when I was talking about Gemini and her boyfriend? Okay, so if you guys don't remember,
Hunt of
if you guys don't remember, one of my best friend's sisters went missing, and her picture is right here on the left. Her boyfriend was suspected to be the one who killed her, but there was no proof. They were waiting to find the body. Once he unalived her, his brother supposedly was going to come out and say something, so he unalived his brother as well. So he unalived his baby mama, my best friend's sister, and then his brother wanted to come out and speak out, and he unalived him too. They found his brother in his dad's backyard, and they just now are charging him with Gemini's death. Yes, Natalie, let's rejoice with that. He is with Jesus and he is in peace. God bless you, and I'm sorry again for your loss. I couldn't imagine. But yeah, so one of my good friend's sisters, he literally lives across the street from me, went missing in January 2024. She just had their daughter together. The reservation is called Fort Todd, or I don't want to, give out too much. But oh my goodness, Natalie, you did not have to do that. Thank you so much for another $20 donation. I gotta write your name down again. Two $20 donos. You are the GOAT, Natalie. Thank you so much. You did not have to do that. As you know, though, I appreciate you for supporting me. It goes a long way. As you guys know, I'm chasing my dreams, doing this full time, and you guys are awesome. Oh my God, I'm fat. You guys had to see my little roll right there. I'm so sorry about that. God, I wish I wasn't so fat, but I am. I gotta lose some weight. Anyway, thank you so much for the $20 dono. Two $20 donos. You are the GOAT, Natalie. I appreciate you. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left on the super chat goal. 3 more people just need to send through super chats so we can reach our goal, $1 and above. Help me reach my super chat goal and achieve it. I've never achieved a full goal before. Thank you so much, Natalie. You're the best, man. Straight up. Sorry, you guys had to see a little roll right there. I'm fat. I gotta lose some weight. Anyways, so my friend's sister went missing in January 2024, and this piece of crap you see down on the right was suspected to have done it. His brother wanted to come out and speak, and he went missing as well. So these two people went missing. They ended up finding his brother in his father's backyard on the reservation. Now that some new evidence must have came out, they're charging him with my friend's sister's death as well, his baby mama. They had a child together, lives right across the street from me. Freaking sad, but I'm so glad that we're getting justice for her. Yo, Natalie, you do not have to do that. You don't have to do that, Natalie. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Two more beautiful people just need to send super chats through, man. We'll hit our goal. Natalie, you do not have to do that. Thank you so much. You are so awesome. Natalie, save your money. It's the holidays. Thank you for blessing me, though. You have no idea how much it means to me that you're blessing me. And I always feel like there's not enough words that I can say to describe how thankful and grateful I am. Just know how grateful I am and how much I appreciate it. You are the best. I have the best community on YouTube. It's just insane. I'm so blessed. I can't explain to you how grateful I am. And I always tell you the feeling of gratitude is the best feeling. I can't be any more grateful for my community on here. Thank you so much. And yeah, it's very sad, Natalie. I knew her, and the guy was running around town tearing down missing person posters, and yeah, it was just crazy. He had like a reign of terror for 2 years. And he got picked up because his brother's body was found in his dad's backyard, and now they're charging him with Gemini finally. So at least my friend's dad or my friend's family can get some closure. Welcome in Two Worlds. Thank you so much, Natalie. I appreciate you. And I always try to make sure that I give you guys the best me and give you guys the best content I can so you guys don't regret supporting me. And I try to be as transparent and pure as I can. So thank you so much, Natalie, for acknowledging that and making me feel good. You guys are the reason why I'm so motivated every single day to continue to get on here and do this Monday through Friday. Thank you so much to Clooney for another 20. One more person just needs a super chat. We got 60 seconds left and we're going to reach our goal, man. Holy crap. Thank you so much. Let's write your name down. Thank you so much to Clooney. For Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you for the 20. Welcome to the See Me Now family. I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. This is crazy. 30 seconds left. One more super chat, man. You did not have to do that. Natalie, we did it. We finally reached the goal. Oh my gosh, Natalie. Stacy, thank you guys so much. Oh my goodness. Yes, it is. It's raining blessings. I couldn't be any more thankful. I have to write your name down again. Hold on one second. Natalie and Stacy. Yo, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We finally reached a goal. I have never reached a goal yet on here. God is so good. Thank you so much, Stacy. Thank you so much, Natalie. You guys have no idea. And thank you so much, Clooney. Jesus is king, guys. I couldn't be any more grateful. You guys have no idea. I like the one hard thing about being here and receiving you guys' blessings is I do not know how to thank you guys enough. I just don't know. Like, I'm just so grateful. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys, man. I truly do love you guys. You guys, thank you so much, guys. I get on here every single day and try and grow this community, and I love my community on here so much. You guys are just awesome, dude. Some days I don't think I deserve it. You know? But you guys do think I deserve it, and I'm going to continue to work hard to bring you guys good content and make you guys happy to support me, and I won't let you guys down, I promise you. Thank you guys so much again. Thank you to everybody, man. Thank you to Natalie. You did not have to do all that. Thank you so much. Thank you to Stacy, and thank you to Clooney. I appreciate you guys. You guys are just awesome. Wow. Thank you guys so much. All right, let's get through this. I'm just so happy that Gemini and my friend's family is finally going to get justice. And I have to use my platform to cover it, man. All right, listen to how crazy this is. Thank you guys again. There's no words I can put into how grateful I am. This is just insane. Thank you so much, Ak. I appreciate you, brother. That's the one thing, dude. There's a few things that I love in this world.
D'Angelo.
There's few things that I want to achieve in this world, and the number one thing is being a good father and a good role model, and raising my kids to the best of my ability. And the second thing is making a difference in this world with not only my voice and, you know, my platform, but, you know, my actions. And, you know, a legacy isn't about money. A legacy isn't about a company. A legacy is about what you leave behind that will stick with your kids forever. And that's my number one goal is to just be a great dad. And then after that, it's to build something so big that it's transcends myself, and I can pass it down to my kids. And you guys are helping me with that, and thank you so much. It's just insane. Pumpkin. Oops. I wanted to hear. You choked me up. I'm not moved easily. Yeah, I'm about to be choked up. Straight up. Like, you guys have no idea how much I appreciate you. It's just, you know, I never thought I would even reach 100 subs, let alone 1,000, and let alone now we're almost to 10,000 subscribers, and we are running it up, and we're gonna make such a good community on YouTube, and we're gonna make such a good movement that God's just gonna continue to bless us. God knows pure hearts, and God knows good intentions, and we're just gonna continue to run it up and make God proud and do what's right in this world, whether we get ridiculed for it or not. So God bless you guys, and thank you so much. There's no way I can thank you enough. It's just truly a blessing.
Hunt of St. Michael, North Dakota, was already charged with the murder of his brother. He's now charged with the murder of a former girlfriend, Gemini Posey, who's been missing since January of 2024. This in from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Fargo. Nicholas Chase announced the United States District Court for North Dakota unsealed an indictment revealing that a federal grand jury returned an indictment charging D'Angelo James Hunt, 26 of St. Michael, with 10 federal felonies, including murder and manslaughter. On November 17, 2025, Hunt was charged by a criminal complaint with second-degree murder of Isaac Hunt, his brother. He waived a detention hearing following his initial appearance and remains in custody. The grand jury then returned a indictment charging Hunt with 9 additional counts. Hunt's charges are as follows: 3 counts of assault resulting in substantial bodily injury to a spouse, intimate partner, or dating partner; 2 counts of assault of a spouse, intimate partner, or dating partner by strangulation; assault resulting in serious bodily injury; voluntary manslaughter; second-degree murder within Indian country; tampering with evidence; and use of fire to commit a felony. The indictment includes 6 counts of assaults committed by Hunt against Gemini Posey, as well as 1 count of voluntary manslaughter against Gemini Posey, in addition to the second-degree murder of Isaac Hunt. The indictment charges Hunt with tampering with evidence and the use of fire to commit a felony as it relates to the murder. Again, D'Angelo Hunt now also indicted in connection with the death of Gemini Posey, who's been missing since January of 2024. Neil Carlson for iNews.tv.
So this piece of crap down here on the right deserves everything that he has coming to him. And R.I.P. to Gemini and his brother. It's been a big thing in our town how we've been trying to figure out. By the way, thank you, Beatrice, for the subscription, and I will continue to make you proud. But you know, it's been such a thing around our town to find her and figure out what happened to her for the past 2 years. And he's been ripping down posters. He's been beating on women for saying her name. And finally, everything's coming to a close, and he deserves everything that's coming to him. They had just had a beautiful daughter, and now the daughter has to grow up with her mom, who's passed away, who was unalived by her father, and now her father's in federal prison for the rest of his life. And yeah, it's just sickening. Her parents live right across the street from me, and in the summers I mow their lawn because, you know, they've been going through it, and so they don't have a lawnmower, so I mow their lawn for them, weed whack their yard, and talk to her mom all the time. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure that he burned Gemini's body, allegedly. And yeah, I mean, I have yet to talk to her mom about this yet because it just is fresh news, but I'm glad that justice is coming and I'm going to talk to her. It's sad, man. Piece of crap he is, man. They found his brother's remains in his father's backyard. They have yet to find Gemini, but I'm pretty sure that the reason why the charge of using a fire to commit felony and the strangulation charge, I'm pretty sure he strangled her and then put her in the fire, allegedly. I have to say allegedly, I guess, but pretty sure that's what happened, and it's very sad. And he deserves everything coming to him. 100%. I still can't believe we reached our goal today. Thank you so much for helping me make this or achieve this goal. Never was able to achieve a goal before. We just did it, and I feel so so blessed. So thank you to everybody. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Clooney. And I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. And happy holidays to you guys. And yeah, wood chipper. He definitely deserves to be in a wood chipper. Yeah, I see his daughter or her daughter across the street all the time. Her mom moved for full custody of her, and obviously now it's granted because he's in jail. But yeah, man, it's scary where I live because, you know, the res is right there, and so vast and desolate in areas, and people can just get away with a lot of things because they can take you out there and make you disappear. And you got to understand, he walked around for 2 years and everyone knew he did it, everyone. But he walked around for 2 years and finally he's getting his karma. And it's sad, man, because she didn't deserve to be unalived. And she loved him so much, she kept going back to him, even though her mom literally told her, he's gonna kill you. And she went back, and that was the last time she seen her. So it's sad. Thank you, Ak. I appreciate you. I gotta get my daughters from school early, you guys, so I'm gonna hop off. I can't be any more grateful to Stacy, Natalie, and Clooney. Thank you guys for all the love and support today. I'm very overwhelmed, I'm not gonna lie. You guys just motivate me more than anything, and I'm very, 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 very grateful. Thank you so much. You do not have to do that for me, and you did, so I can't be any more grateful. Thank you so much. I'll just continue to make you guys proud and continue to put out good content and make it so you don't regret supporting your boy. And we're going to continue to build a good community and continue to make things go up, and continue to have blessings come in and make God proud and do things in the name of God and do things in the name of being a good person. So have a good day, have a wonderful day. Daddy duties come first. Yes, they do. I gotta go get my daughters because then we're gonna go a little bit out of town because I got to go to the doctor, and then on the 15th I get an injection in my spine, so that'll be fun. Yeah. But thank you guys for being here. You guys are the best, and I won't let you guys down. Look out for videos that I'll be dropping. I will be dropping more and more videos. I'm trying to get good at, after the streams, dropping actual videos. What's the point of having an AdSense account and being monetized if I'm not going to drop videos and stuff, right? So I got to get better at that. I have to start trying to be more productive, even though I am very productive already. But I'm always on my own ass to be better, because you're never going to get better unless you do that. So thank you, Paisley. You have an awesome day as well. You too, Beatrice. You have a very fantastic day. Thank you to everybody who is a new subscriber to the channel. Welcome to the See Me Now family. God bless you guys. You won't regret it. On the road to 10,000, we're continue to grind every single day. You too, Stacy. You have a beautiful day as well. You guys always remember, I love you. Stay prayed up. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next stream. Okay, guys? Thank you for the love and support.